No! Oh, shoot. Last time when we were here, we just exited the material realms and passed through a portal into the astral sea. So, you pass through this portal on the moon, and all of a sudden, all around you, you're just surrounded by these glorious heavens, these silver streams of galaxies. You see almost all these different colored rivers, it appears, just flying through the sky, moving with asteroid belts of floating debris from different planes. And you're floating through this great nothing, and at the same time, it feels like everything. Because everything inside you has stopped aging. You feel yourself never growing older. Just in every moment, you feel great in the sense that everything about your mortality is paused, and for this time, you feel immortal. Okay, so as you pass into here, you're all looking up and around at the heavens. You can come out of there because it's going to be a while unless you want to sleep.
Yeah, I'm dying.
Okay, so you're floating out in these heavens, and all of a sudden, you see your captain, Gregor, this Gitzerai. He starts flying and floating above you. He turns upside down, smiling down at you, starts laughing. He goes and floats up and lands on top of his mast over here.
I'd like to just jump up and see if I can float as well.
All right, yeah. What do you try to do?
I try to do a front flip.
Okay, so you you just try and do a front flip, just
Can't do
physicality,
it in real
pure
life, might as well
physicality.
try and
All right,
fake life. Fake life.
go for it. Okay, roll.
Oh, shoot. What am I rolling for?
Let's roll for insight.
Oh, wow. Oh, shoot. Nice. 19.
19. All right, you are trying really hard, and your mind is fixated on this. You feel yourself as you run, your brain focused on what a front flip looks like, and you propel yourself into the air. And you feel just as your mind is taking control, you're able to control your body in the air. Just with your ability to think. You do a front flip and land yourself perfectly on the ground, right onto the ship deck again. So
Nice.
Yeah.
everyone else claps in appraisal. Woo!
Yes.
He doesn't clap.
Oh, okay,
Not impressed.
That's fine, buddy.
I mean,
Okay.
I can't clap.
You're not here. Get out. Okay, so once you land here, Gregor, your captain, he goes and looks down. Have any of you seen the scrolls? Did Jericho pass to you the
The
scrolls?
scrolls. Remember from the
Somebody grabbed them, but I can't remember
Ooh,
who
was
it
it
was.
me?
I think it was both of them.
I think I grabbed them. I think I
think you-
have them.
Did you grab?
Or did Evan?
No, because
Or was it me? I don't remember if it was
Someone better have grabbed these scrolls, because otherwise we're all
think I did.
screwed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
We
sure
know
you
we
grabbed.
have them.
Yeah, we definitely have them, but I can't remember
Would
which
someone
one was
search their
grabbed.
bags,
Remember-
please?
What?
Would someone search their bags?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me one moment.
No,
Without
I
this, I
remember
might as well just
you
leave
made
you
it on
here.
the ship. You had the scroll. Remember, I didn't make it on the script, but I threw the scroll on. Remember, as I fell, and then you
Yes.
guys all saved me.
Now I
You-
remember.
Blake has the scrolls.
I have them.
Blake has them because
Give
he
them up.
jumped and made it on the ship. I remember that.
Okay, can you just throw them up at him?
Yes.
Just one at a time, or what? Just like all of them. He kind of jumps, he leaps out, just floating down with his mind, traveling through the air, grabbing each one, and he opens each to make sure of the contents, and then puts them back in his own little pouch that he has.
What
in
are
his
those
backpack.
for?
They're for the ship. Without them, I'd be leaving you here.
Oh God. Alrighty then.
Right.
Fair enough.
So, all aboard, all is well? We're alive?
Yeah. Alive.
We're just missing Evan.
He
Wherever he
fell
is.
off the ship.
Yeah, where is he?
He's taking a nap under deck, and he might be not.
Oh yes. I think he's napping.
He's
Yeah.
taking a nap.
for this game.
Just for this game. Very well, very well. He goes and he looks through these scrolls and he picks one out. He's like, thank God you brought these back. Otherwise, we would not be going anywhere fast, even if I was to take you somewhere. He goes and puts them back in his bag. I don't remember.
They're the same species.
It's funny because that's like what I would say. Like this is like if we were there, we would all be like, "This is
What the-
actually."
He's from the north side.
He's on the north side. North side of space. He goes and flies back over here. He flies and lands back over here.
I thought you said Spain.
Yeah, I think it's Spain too. I was like, that's so specific.
Okay.
Sorry, right.
So, you guys, you're all standing here just in the heavens. He goes and floats back over to the helm and yells, "Alright, keep your eyes out.
Thank you.
We're looking for the colored pools in the sky. Point out the colors if you see the colors."
Doors.
I will for
You roll for what?
perception. I'm
Okay.
looking for colors.
Okay.
9. Four, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Thirteen.
In your area, you see just kind of all this it's more just like all these different galaxies swirling around. You don't see anything that would stand out very
Alright, his
specifically.
area. Can I roll for, what is it, perception?
Sure.
I don't even,
What side of the ship are you on?
the very front.
Oh, the very front. Okay.
Okay, I was thinking that might help.
19.
Yes. 21.
21? Okay.
Wow.
As you look out over the bow of the ship, you see actually up and to your far right, you don't see a pool of color like he had said before, but in fact you see one of those long river-like streams that is traveling just at this great speed, zooming by this powerful, immense energy that you can feel, and almost you can feel it in your body, just this kind of hum, and almost the wisps of debris passing by through the stream. It's out over this way. It's this large orange, just fire-like stream soaring through the air, and it kind of goes this direction, bends and curves, loops around, and then continues off into
Let's do it. Let's go in it. I say, Captain, can we go into the river?
If you want to be blown off course or torn apart, I'm sure we could. It's like, what is that there? He goes and he turns the ship actually, and the whole thing kind of shifts sideways. Do you see that? Up ahead. And you go and you're actually, because you rolled high perception, you're able to see floating nearby the river is in fact what looks like a little blip of asteroid that isn't quite right. Something's sticking off of it. It almost looks like it could have been, as far as you're concerned, it's so small as it is, just being so far away, it might be like a toothpick sticking out of this rock, so it looks misformed, something strange about it. Like it doesn't look like just normal rock. He goes, I believe that there is a ship.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's go.
Come on.
I
Alright.
agree with you there. He goes and turns the helm of the ship, and the whole thing swivels, tilting sideways. It throws you for a moment, but you're all able to keep your balance as you speed towards this asteroid. Now, as you approach, you roll an 11. Great.
I was just playing.
Isaac.
Okay, as you approach, you see, in fact, there is an abandoned ship there. It is, as this whole asteroid, it's kind of spun off from the stream. It looks like it must have been like just blown barely off course, because there's this giant orange and just violent, it almost looks like just flames of fire just licking its way through the sky, blowing past it, maybe some 500 feet away from that direction. Okay, so as you approach, you see this abandoned ship. It looks shipwrecked, and as far as you can tell, that's as much as you know. It looks like just kind of normal timbers. The mast snapped off. One of them juts out this direction.
Oh, I didn't even notice that it was there.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even
Until
see it.
right
I didn't
now.
notice it was there till now. So as you approach, it's like, any forms of life you see.
I'd like to roll for this.
Okay.
'Cause I'm really good at telling if there's life.
I'm really good at doing that.
I'm, perception?
Yeah.
14.
As far as you can tell, there is nothing alive on this asteroid.
Let's go check it out. I got rope.
I got rope.
I got
All
a
you need.
Dungeoneer pack.
Yeah.
Say it was 500 feet away from us right now.
The stream is 500 feet that direction.
Oh.
Can you check? Yeah. How?
So you guys are approaching. You kind of go,
W.
turns the helm, and you swivel this way. In fact, there are
Silent kids.
little pieces of debris that have broken off the boat
I
for
have to
Astral,
rope. Can
and they
I just
float.
jump and can I jump on the debris and jump on the boat? Like
Yeah,
what is
roll
this?
acrobatics check. This is all floating pieces of rock.
Well, I mean this big one.
It's another big piece of
Oh,
rock.
cool. For I guess a 20, and then what am I rolling for? Athletics.
Athletics, yes.
Athletics. Okay.
6.
10.
10? Okay. So,
Oh wait, sorry, 11.
what's your
Oh my god.
intelligence?
Athletics is 5.
What's your intelligence?
Intelligence is 13.
Okay.
Plus one's a 14.
So, as you jump through the air, let's see. Where's your person? There. Okay, you kind of run down the deck, and you jump out, and you land, and you almost fall off this little piece of asteroid as close as it is. You go and you kind of swivel, but you're able to catch yourself in your mind from falling down. Actually, kind of balance on the piece. Anyone else want to go?
I'll go.
It's always me and you, Blake.
What do you got?
Please.
What is it? What?
Athletics.
Either athletics, or you can try something else.
Just decide that you
I like
decided
to
not.
do a history check.
Okay, roll for history.
Cool. I rolled the same thing.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 6 by plus 4 for history, so 10.
Okay, you know a little bit about the astral sea, and you know that these
Nice.
are actually
God.
pieces of other dimensions and other planes that have broken off,
Wow.
either by magical forces or just by nature, and over time they've broken off from the plane and float off into the astral sky. Just this kind of place where you're nowhere else. You're here, and so.
Can I continue?
These are somewhat, yeah, we'll go right back. But you remember
Yeah,
that
that's
these
important.
places, they act with similar properties to
I thought you were
the
done.
plane that they come from.
Mm.
So they're almost like little regions of not astral sky within the astral sea. You know.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. So that's what you discern from that. Okay. Yes, we can go back to you. Anyone else want to do anything? No. Okay, Bree, you can go ahead and roll athletics again if you want to go back down.
Yes, I want to go.
2.
Bouncy dice.
2? 7? Okay. You go and you
Can I
jump
just make
again.
it to the next one, please?
You make it to the next rock. Yeah.
Anyone else
Okay.
doing something? 'Cause I
Alright,
keep-
I'm gonna try again to come
How
across. I will.
How far
come
is that?
across
This is
time.
probably about let's say that's about 7 feet to there, and then like 4 feet to there.
Oh snap! 15.
7.
Oh shoot! Minus
4.
2. 13. I'd like to jump across and
So
join.
this is like 30,
13?
35, 40 feet.
Okay. You're able to jump across from here. You land onto the same one as Bree.
Nice.
And you guys kind of like, whoa,
Yeah.
balance together, so the whole thing shifts and turns, and you kind of run on it like one of those loggers
Ah, nice.
logs that kind of turn in the air. But it's able to kind of balance out again as you're kind of floating in the space in between.
Sweet.
Are these rocks like? So this is the side of
Finally,
our
I
ship.
rolled a 20!
Are these rocks like
Fantastic.
level with our ship?
That is
Above,
Your ship's
below?
probably here. The rock, the first rock is
My
probably
witness
here,
that I just
Okay.
rolled
and then
a
it kind
20.
of goes. It kind of goes at an angle, slanting
Athletics,
downwards.
yeah, I'm getting to the chip.
Would you say this is like
Oh my
I
god.
rolled a
40,
20.
35, 40 feet?
Like a
Yeah.
perfect 20.
Okay.
Oh.
I know, it's step.
I want to try and use my what's it called?
Crowbar.
My crowbar rock
Grappling
thing
hook.
to
Okay.
throw and try and
It's not
catch some
feet.
anything.
Roll dexterity.
I like your agenda. Awesome. That's
Thank you.
strong.
I forgot I was wearing
16.
it until
16?
you said
Okay.
that.
This is like a nice little
Ah.
blanket.
I'm so
Let's
glad
see.
that I got this.
Okay. Yeah, you do it. Just
It's
barely.
not very
You go
much.
and you throw your
It's
rope.
only this
Suppose
logo right here.
You throw your
But I
rope
like
eyes in.
it.
It goes in the
Okay.
crowbar. It kind of spins in the air. It goes out straight for a moment, and then clatters down onto the deck. And you're able to pull it taut as it clunk. You feel this tight clunk as it
Awesome.
wraps around. There's a railing up here on the ship.
I look for somewhere to tie on here. Like
There
if
is a
there's
railing. There's a railing similar to
Okay.
this.
Yeah. Then I'll tie it to the railing on the edge of the boat.
You do that. Make a sleight-of-hand check just to make sure. Actually, survival check.
9, 13.
Okay, cool. All right, you do that. All right. Do you want to continue? Anyone else want to do anything?
I want to follow. Wait, no, I want to chat up the captain.
Chat with the captain. Okay. So you come up here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
Hi, what's up?
I knew it
What
was
side
gonna
of
be
town
like that.
did you come from?
What?
I've said these guys for so long I don't even remember.
Damn.
It's like, what are you hitting on the captain?
Wow.
You fine. You fine.
Cute.
Where'd you get that accent?
Did you get that act?
I got my accents from where I'm from. Where are you from?
But you don't remember where you're from, though.
I'm from Hisbollah.
Let's say you do remember. Why'd you lie to me? Hezbollah?
He's
He's
impressed
gonna-
you.
Hezbollah?
Hisbollah.
Hezbollah.
Yes.
Ebola?
Hisbollah.
From the north side.
North
Cleveland, the north
Makes
side.
sense.
I'm from the north side of town.
And what would a Gitzerai be doing in the material plane? It's not a place for a Git.
That's a long story.
What were you doing?
I was, I'm on a mission for my captain back home. I'm a pirate.
Well,
What the?
don't care much for pirates. They're not good for business. Best we not find pirates here.
I'm a good one, though.
Come on, let's go. He goes. He runs off the side of the dock.
As he cuts me off.
Come on.
runs off.
He
I'll
goes,
do it.
anime
Alright, let's
runs
go.
off here. He goes and he jumps up into the sky and he actually flies up pretty high before cutting off and then making this kind of free fall going down that direction. He's gonna definitely have to make an acrobatics check, which he's gonna fail right there. Okay. Not great.
Oh, that's me.
That's yours.
Or that's Bree.
This guy's gonna die right
Natural
No,
one.
it's like,
See you later. He goes, he kind of jumps off. As he reaches a point over the asteroid, however, as he's floating over here, you see him almost like, what's that, not jet lag, the turbulence. As you see turbulence, he kind of goes, he flies, he falls, he's able to lift himself up into the air again, and then he kind of,
Like, boom.
he plummets again as he lands on here. He kind of does a ninja roll, and then scoots himself and picks himself up, brushing himself off.
I'd like to attempt the same thing.
You attempt the same thing? Alright, go for it.
Okay, I rolled a freaking 20 and I've been waiting over here.
Okay, so
Guys,
I rolled a
this is
3, but I have -2, so it's a 1, but it's not a natural.
What'd you do?
So I
You rolled a 3
I rolled a
minus-
3. I have -2 athletics. So I rolled
What's
a
your
1.
intelligence?
I'll call you.
Make an intelligence check, man.
Oh, my intelligence is real good. It is so I got 11 plus 4, 15.
Okay, so 15. Okay, athletics is poor though, so this is not gonna be a great landing.
That's okay.
But,
That doesn't need to be great.
You're able to, as you leave this asteroid, you pick yourself up, and then as soon as you're outside of this field of being able to pick yourself up with your thoughts,
Oh, sick.
you drop and you kind of hit the ground and you knock the wind out of you.
Oh, jeez.
You land there and you're prone on the ground. Okay.
Prone.
I rolled a 20.
Let's attack him.
You rolled a 20.
I've been waiting. I rolled 25.
You like go and you do a flip and you land over
Yeah.
Blake and you're just like, what are you doing on the ground?
Yeah.
Land.
Okay, Isaac, what are you doing?
I'm gonna use my rope to
Accurate.
shimmy across.
Should we cross? Okay. Do it. Roll for athletics. Connor, what are you doing in the meantime?
Oh, I guess I should probably go
Alright.
out over
Or you
there.
could just stay in that on the ship. I don't even know.
7.
Man, shit.
That's true too. You
Or
can do
come
that if
out.
you want to.
7 total.
Man, this shit.
7?
That's a
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a
High one,
lot
too.
of, like, you might have
Okay.
a lot of, like,
You go and you're scooting your way along this rope, climbing like a little monkey.
This.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you get across, and let's say you get to about here when all of a sudden your foot comes loose and you're kind of hanging by your hands and you slowly are making your way over.
You're prone.
So yeah, you're kind of just hanging there,
Gamers.
and eventually you're able to make it over.
Oh.
But yeah, it was a close one.
That was a close
Okay,
one.
Connor, are you gonna stay here or what are you gonna do?
Don't stand there.
You're staying there. Okay.
Call me if you guys need a little quick pickup.
Call me.
I need a
Call
quick
me
little
if you need to
pickup.
reach me.
Talk about
Alright,
different
can I
examples.
get
Okay.
on the ship and then explore it?
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice little salad kit.
Okay. What do you do? Because you rolled a 20, you get to go first. Because you rolled a 19.
I want to explore this half of the ship.
Okay, so you go like try and find the hole, like go underneath, or you going on top?
Actually,
on the
that'll
back?
be in the back though. So I'd rather go in the back to go underneath the ship.
Okay, well you can go underneath the ship from the front
Okay.
because there's the hole there.
Okay, then I'll do that there.
So you go, and because the ship is split in half, you can just walk straight up on the asteroid and see the interior. There are a bunch of shattered boxes with, it appears to be different like fruits and meats that none of them is spoiled. You don't know how long they've been here because in the astral sea, things do not age the same way. But yeah, none of it's spoiled. You see oranges and lemons, things that you might have for scurvy. Though you might not need, in the skies where you don't age and you can't get illness from over time. But you also find things like you see kind of just a big crate with just rattles and rattles of rope in it. And then you see another one that looks like it has larger bolts, which might have been used for a ballista of sorts.
Alright.
50 Dungeoneer
So I'm
packs.
gonna check the back end of the boat. Or the ship.
You're gonna what?
Oh, I was saying, can I turn around and look at the back end or blink?
Yeah, you can turn around and see the back end. You see the back end split into those. Well, it's actually split more into 3 levels because you have the underneath and you have kind of the captain's quarters up here. That is in fact actually closed off, though there is a hole in the side of it. And then there's the top where the helm would be. However, the wheel has been broken off. Yeah, okay. Gregor is going to actually go next. He goes and he kind of jumps, he grabs this and swings down into the captain's quarters. So he's underneath there. Let's go. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna follow him. This is me.
Yeah.
That's me. I wanna go over and also check under.
Okay. So you go ahead and roll athletics check.
Left hand. Oh, nice. 18.
You should roll with the left hand.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So you're able to go. You grab onto the thing, you kind of spin around and jump into the interior, where you see, in fact, everything appears to have been like long looted. There's tables broken and maps and charts have all been either destroyed or ripped, or the majority of the useful ones you imagine have been taken. There is a bed over here in the corner, but the bed is also broken off its springs. The sheets have just been torn up and like scattered across the floor, and there is actually pieces of gold all scattered across the ground. Gregor kicks one and kind of walks over here to a treasure chest that has been split open
Ooh,
by an axe, you assume. No.
sweet.
So what do? Did you want to look for anything?
You said there's just a bunch of sheets. There's gold.
Yeah, so here, let me draw a little. There's like
Broken
bed
treasure
here.
chest.
Pillows. There's sheets kind of like all off the bed. Table broken here, slanted down that way. Like a dresser, it's broken, and then there's like a broken in treasure chest over here.
I'll check in the dresser.
Okay, you go to the dresser and you find just some common clothes. Looks like
What do you expect to be in there?
they do appear to be, however, like
45
from the material, from human realm, in fact.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can assume this was a human ship, probably Western actually by the style of clothing.
Western South London.
So
Western.
same part of the world you are from.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay. So that is
Okay, Blake, go check out the treasure chest.
I'd actually like to. Can we see like the rest of the little asteroid, like everything that's on it?
You can see a good portion of the top of it, yeah. So what do you?
Is there anything? Can I perceive anything?
Yeah, go
out of
ahead and
the
roll.
ordinary?
Yeah.
Oh, that was almost really good. But it is still a 10.
10? Okay.
That's not good. Well, it was about to be a 20. Just came a 14.
Okay, what you see is kind of
It's still
these
pretty cool.
different crags of higher places. This would be a high place.
Oh, I see. Elevation.
Yes,
like
that's,
golf.
that's
It's
elevation, yes.
It's like we golf.
Yes.
It's like a week ago.
Another elevation.
Look it up. It's the same.
Over here.
Yeah, you're right. The greens.
However, over here you see this crag, and it looks almost like there could be
A
over
dragon?
over
Or
this.
the kraken?
It's a crag,
Dang
like
it.
rock.
Kraken, we're on a
Oh
ship.
my god.
It looks
Pirates
almost
of
like
the
it could
Caribbean.
be a kind of a pit.
Looks like a meat.
I'd like to go over to the pit.
Little bacteria boys.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? I always follow Blake because he's always healing, so I'm going with Blake.
What?
Does
I don't
Blake
have
have
any
automatic
healing spells.
I have.
Oh,
I'm like
right,
the healing
yeah.
person.
Yeah, because I just kind of go in
Yeah,
and go, I'm a wizard.
exactly.
You're not the only one any.
Connor, give me a perception check just as you would.
You're not here yet, Christian.
Yeah. Wait, what are you, Christian? Okay, that's
Paladin.
fair. I'll find out.
Which one's he's in? Because I'm a paladin.
4
As
plus
well.
3.
So
Oh,
one's
he's a
Christian.
paladin
Yeah,
too?
he's a paladin
Oh.
too.
So
Wait, you
Um,
are, aren't you? What
let's
are
see,
you?
who has everyone else
It'll
moved?
be a
Okay,
surprise.
You're
So-
a paladin, Christian.
he's a fighter. Anyways,
Oh.
he's not here right now.
Well,
We'll see.
There goes the surprise.
We'll see if we ever find him.
Sorry.
Thanks, YouTube.
Okay, so you're all Blake.
Yes.
Osti is running across, or he's walking across this kind of this
Yeah, just like a casual.
rough
walk.
terrain. You're walking over here. You see past these kind of these crags. You see over this little raise in the ground. There is in fact what looks like this just massive hole in the ground.
Oh shoot!
So,
Nice.
Go, Blake.
yeah, it's deep.
On
It goes straight down. It looks almost
Watch
like
them move.
like something had just burrowed like straight into it. Just like there's a hole all the way, very deep. It turns
The
pitch black.
basilisk. I was like a basilisk is down there. Don't look at its eyes.
Hello. I'd like to.
Alright,
go
I'd
down
like
the
to
hole.
follow
Yeah,
Blake
follow.
and be next to him.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'd like
move her over there.
Yeah,
right?
I got
Yeah.
you. I'd like to just yell hello down
Okay.
the hole.
As you do that, you
Shall
hear
I
this
fire
echo. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, but I just wanted to see if anybody could hear me.
No, we're talking. Wait,
Oh,
throw a
wait,
fire
what?
spell.
Um,
What's your name again?
Awesome.
Osteoporosis.
God dang it.
Just been in the same
Aussie.
build for a while.
Aussie, can you cast that spell, your fire spell, to see if we can see anything down the hole?
Lumos Maxima.
Excuse me, could I know what what is spring, autumn, and fall and summer? What are those called? Seasons. What's
You operate out of season.
leave? Oh god.
Oh yeah, so your character, you feel this kind of strange sense of unbalance. It shifts, and it, just as you're here on this asteroid, you'd probably say that you are in. Let's say I think like roll a d4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shoot! Nice. I should do that with all the other
What is it?
ones. It's a 4.
1, 2, 3, 20.
1, 2, 3, 18.
There's 12.
Okay, you're in winter right now.
I'm in winter.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that changes everything.
Hello.
What are you in? What
You're
are
depressed,
you?
aren't you?
Tell me
I'm
now.
really depressed.
Because I'm going to be away from you if you're not good.
Well, I don't really have any fire spells right
Aussie, I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna push you down this hole if you don't do this.
What do you do? Run out of muscle?
now. I'll die eventually.
Aussie, I
anyway,
know
so okay.
it's maybe you're having like a lot of trouble right now, but can you just please do this for me?
I really can't. I just
And then
don't know
I'm
that.
going to slit his proceeding.
Alright, my turn.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
go
over it,
It's
and
okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna kill
feeling
you.
good. I would never do that to you.
Okay.
It'll
You look
happen
through.
eventually anyway.
You look in the treasure chest, and you don't see anything in the treasure chest. However, you do see him seem to put something. You catch it. It looks almost like the hilt of a blade as he kind of
I
goes and
have
sheaths
different
it back
spells.
into his jacket.
Oh, I thought you were just being like.
No.
No.
This
Oh,
gold.
yeah. Okay.
I can't.
You can't.
He goes. He turns to you and says,
That's okay.
"Gold isn't worth much out here,
Let's just go down.
but
You got rope.
trade is high in
Yeah.
magic weapons." He goes and pulls it back out and shows it to you. Not really ashamed of what he did, but he just goes and shows you. It is a silver dagger. He goes and he holds it back.
What's
Puts it back.
special about this weapon?
Well, if you are a wizard, you would not want to be around me when you have a silver cord and are astral projecting. Because it is the one thing that can cut a silver cord.
Which disconnects the
Good
body
thing I can't
from the
astral.
soul.
Yes, the sword goes
No problem.
nowhere, and neither does the body.
I think that's just a problem.
So he
Ceases to
exist.
exist. No, it's a magic.
ways from that.
Okay, so as you're over there at that hole, you hear this kind of this moaning deep down.
I'd like to yell again. Hello.
You just hear this.
Let's go, Blake.
Okay, I think I might be able to get some light down there.
I have. Well, we both have dark
It's,
vision because
it's not a good chance.
I have.
I
Just,
could.
I'm just the cure.
Matt. Excuse me, my throat. Magic missile.
Well, when will you not be in winter? So then maybe we just have to wait.
It's just the seasons.
But you're constantly switching. So switch again.
I don't control it.
Roll the dice
Oh, wow. It's
3.
a different season.
I'll tell you when to change it.
Okay.
We'll put on a little.
Okay.
I
Well,
could
can I have-
cast magic missile as a light down there. They could hit the other person.
You
But
mean me?
no, not you.
There,
But
is
it could
everyone
hit,
down there?
if there's somebody
Well, we
down
have
there
50
that
feet,
moaning, it
and
could
you
hit
know
the
we
moaning.
have dark vision
have
enough for
it.
like 5 to 10 feet in front of us. So let's just go.
Can I see a ledge down there?
It's kind of like it kind of goes down in a steep, just straight down drop, but it begins to kind of turn and shift.
How far
So-
down there does it start turning?
It's probably good 30 feet down.
I'd like to teleport down to there instantly.
Okay, you do that.
Bada bing, bada boom, see you later, Bree.
Stop.
Okay, you
You
go.
have rope,
Put yourself
you're
in the
good.
hole.
I do.
I'll
Get
stay
in the
down.
hole.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You have dark vision, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you're able to see the bottom.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Alright, I'll just wait for you.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
rope
Let's drop
and
him
then
down.
sit
50
on.
feet should make it to the bottom.
You're just gonna drop.
Well, oh no. Sorry, I have 50 feet of rope.
Doesn't tie rope to anything. Here we go. Okay. Okay, did you want to do something?
Yes, I want to tie the rope to.
Blake.
Useful.
I don't actually. Is there a ledge I can tie to?
Roll for perception. For insight. Roll for insight.
Time to break
Roll
this
for
down.
ledge.
I'm going to die.
Roll for
18.
but you
Can't
can't
breathe.
What'd you get?
5.
5? Okay. You look around and you don't perceive anything that would be a good hold for your rope.
Ariasi, I can't find a ledge.
Hello.
Be down soon.
As you're down there, you just hear,
Hello there.
oh, and
Hello.
you hear just all these different moans from, it appears to be like, as far as you can tell, you're guessing somewhere, it could be as many as 10 people down there, just moaning. Just,
Oh, dear God.
It's a dead army.
Wait for me. You're
Uh,
gonna die yourself.
I'm
Quit
seeing if
moaning,
I have anything that
baby.
can light something up.
Light him up.
Well, I have scorching
Teleport
ray.
to the bottom at least.
scorching.
I
Awesome.
can't teleport anymore. I have to wait. I have to do a rest before I can go again.
You know what? Rest on that ledge.
Go for it.
It's gonna take me around.
I don't think it'll take
better
you 4 hours.
Oh yeah.
I could do scorching ray, creating 3 rays of fire and hurling them at targets within range. But that's also at targets, and I have no idea about these
It's
people.
at targets and it has to be at targets.
And you can't see them. All you see is the bottom.
Yeah.
Technically, you just be firing at the bottom.
Plus, there's a good.
Anybody
chance
else
that-
want to do anything?
Yeah, his butt.
I'll do something.
Okay, what are you doing?
Since I don't really see anything much in here,
Fire at his bottom.
come back.
His butt.
Or is there a way I can get out?
Yeah, you can just walk straight out. It's split in
Okay.
half.
Yeah, I'll do
Oh,
that.
and the captain scores, yeah, you can, you just open the door and go out.
Cool.
Okay, you walk out.
I walk out and I try and
Director
look
remains in
around.
there looking around. Okay, so you go and you see across the bow, you see them kind of over, standing up on this little hill, looking down. Or you see one of them. You just see.
Do I
Frank.
see anyone in here?
Sorry, Ed. Ooh, what are you? Not. He's
Elian.
Elian. Sorry, I'm gonna get you two
I think
mixed
it's
up.
Elian.
Elian.
What about a
Alien.
girl?
It's your name.
Ellie.
Yeah, there's
Ellie
a-
was for
Ellie.
short.
Okay, Ellie. You see Elian
Oh,
because it's
shoot.
Enwin. Elian. Okay, so this is
It's
gonna be
Elian.
confusing.
Can
Okay,
I?
Elian.
Oh wait.
Ellie and
Oh my
Aussie,
I'll wait for
Dakar,
everyone to
and
take
then
it.
what are you, Isaac?
Silk.
Silk. Nice and easy.
So,
Aussie,
I'm one
Dakar,
brother.
Ellian.
Silk.
Okay.
Like silk.
Okay,
Cool.
what are you doing?
Smooth like butter.
I don't see anything interesting in here, do I? Just
Not really.
the
No,
fruits.
just broken
the
crates
toilet.
and fruit
Okay.
and rope.
I walk past this towards them.
Okay, you can go all the way up to them. Blake,
Awesome.
what are you doing?
In here.
What is Oski doing?
I'd like to I'd like to cast the burning
Hold on,
hand.
wait for
burning
me.
hands at
Because
the
I'm gonna get
ceiling
him to
so
draw
I
me
can
down.
light the room.
Burning hands at the ceiling.
Aussie, wait. Aussie.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Aussie.
Like what are you doing? Like
So burning hand. Give me a second, Bree. At least let me work this out with it.
Okay.
See if it works. So, I hold my hands with thumbs touching and fingers spread. A thin sheet of flame shoots forth from your outstretched fingertips. And anything in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. But if I aim it at the sky, not at the sky, at the ceiling,
okay.
a flame will shoot forth at the ceiling.
Okay, I said you were 30 feet down, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know
A little
they're
over
shooting.
30 feet because
That is-
he's below the ledge.
Yeah, shoot the flaming bolt.
It goes
Or-
yellow, orange, and
Aussie.
white.
Oh, that's good.
Or-
Nice catch.
Okay.
I can be like down, so
Good
can draw me down on the 50-foot rope, and then you can hang onto the rope and drop down with me, and then he can
I'm
come
already all the way down.
in. You're not.
No, you're
Yeah,
on the
but it's
ledge
just a
still.
steep decline, isn't it?
No,
just a
it goes
decline
like
all
this.
the way?
It goes down,
No,
it turns, and then drops again.
No, my
Oh,
rope
oh,
will make
okay.
it all the way down. So
Okay,
I
yeah. Alright, I will wait. As
Okay,
that probably was
go.
a
I'm
good
gonna
idea.
give my rope to Silk, and Silk, Silk's gonna hold me, and I'm gonna go down
Neat.
50 feet.
There we go.
Alright.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
color
Alright.
spread.
Roll for strength. Roll for dexterity.
I have pretty good strength.
Maybe you roll first. and
I also
then
use my
decide.
tactic
You
of
draw me.
leaning up against the ledge so that I have extra leverage.
Nice.
Roll for
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
sweet.
For what?
17.
Roll for
For what did I was wrong?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
It's on the side. It's one of the big
I'm
things.
really glad I was able to
21.
teleport.
21? Okay.
Because I
Yeah,
never
so
would've made
you're
it
able to
down.
hold her pretty well as you kind of go and you lower her down. Your forearms bulging as she just goes and belays herself down the rock wall.
Yeah.
She gets down and she lands right next to
That's
Austin.
intimidating.
Wait, I'm going all the way to the bottom.
Oh, you're going on. Okay, so it does turn, so you hit the ledge first, and then you'd be able to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you want to go all the way?
Yes.
Okay. You continue to belay past him, and
Alright, see ya.
you get down. There's a 10-foot drop.
Am I fine dropping 10 feet? Yeah, that's fine for human.
Wait,
Nothing.
how far of it is a drop from me?
30 feet.
That was awesome.
Nope.
Okay,
10 feet for me
I'll-
won't do anything. I'm jumping.
Okay. So just go ahead and give me another dex.
Ha! 21.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my
You
God.
just land. You're just like superhero landing.
Wow.
Yes.
That's really bad for
Legit.
your knees.
Okay.
Yeah.
The rope is still there though. Silk is still holding it. Aussie, come down. Silk,
Alright,
hold you.
I'd like to climb
Okay.
down the rope.
Okay. You feel the
I
rope go
guess.
loose, and then all of a sudden it goes tight again. Just ooh.
Hey.
Should I
You
roll?
make a dex save, and you make a strength check.
Oh god.
Oh, 17 again.
Oh,
But in a different way this time.
oh
What'd you get?
Oh no, I rolled a. So it's a 3 again, but I have -2, so I rolled a 1.
Uh-oh. I dropped it.
You got what?
I got 1. Not a natural 1,
Oh.
but it's just a 1. So it's not
Alright.
as bad as it would have been, but
I'm gonna
it's
have to
still
heal
pretty
you
Give
good.
me
with
your
freaking
dex.
hit
Give me your
bottom.
dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's not gonna be much better, friend. Oh, except it was really good in 18.
Yeah, it better be because I don't want to save your butt when you get down
Technically,
to
it was
the
a
bottom.
19
You
minus
jump
1,
and you
so
die. I'm
Okay.
gonna heal you.
So
You know
you
that,
take
right?
please
10
merciful
damage
God.
as you
Oh,
hit the ground.
jeez.
You hit the ground, just go oh, and you feel your leg kind of
Wait,
twist,
I know what you
and
did.
Ow!
your ankle just twists as it hits the rock, and
I just
you actually
wanna
stumble
die
into a
now.
body that kind of oh, it moans and it kind of hits and pushes it back against you, kind of grabs around you. Just,
Oh,
you feel it just kind of like groping you, just.
if you're gonna grab me, just kill me.
He shows out.
There's so much apathy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Now I'm gonna heal you. I told you. Every single
Okay,
game
you're
we
both
play,
on the bottom. What do you do?
I'm yelling at him.
Can you see? Do you both have dark vision?
Yes.
You have elves. Okay,
Yeah,
you're
we
able to
both.
see. There is a good 6 people in the bottom of this hole, along with a few other like crates.
Alright, so
How many people?
I do have a spell that can light up the room with a dazzling array of flashing colored light.
Aussie, no.
I just looked at
It's
it.
probably human.
What is it?
It's called color spray.
Isn't that a damage dealing?
No, actually.
What does it do?
Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by the spell is blinded.
Oh, so that will help you see.
It'll help me see, but not them.
Honestly,
It'll
it's awesome.
produce light.
Honestly,
That is
let's just talk to them. Let's just say hi.
Shoot, we're on video.
But one's already
Ah.
grabbing me.
Okay, yeah.
Let's just say hello,
Sir,
Ozzy.
could you get off?
You just say, "Arr."
Anyway,
Mm.
hello.
I have a dagger. Get off me.
We can see what they
You just
look
hear this
like.
moaning. They don't seem to respond even to
I
each
try
other.
to,
Do they-
I
can
try
they
to
see us?
roll.
Yeah, you see what they look like. A couple of them look like Gith. You're not sure if they're Gith Sarai or Gith Yankee.
Can I speak to
They all
them?
look the same.
Can I
I only know Common Elvish. Dang it.
And
I'd
then
like
you
to
do
try and get
see in fact two
That's a thing.
humanoids that are from your plane. You see a dwarf, and you see someone that is a fair-skinned human.
Ooh, let's go to the human. I want to go to the human.
Can you help me get this guy off me?
Yes.
It's winter.
I will just grab
I
him
can't
and
help
move
how
him. He's not.
How my character
Anyway, I
works.
grab the person who's on you and just slightly move them.
Okay,
Thank
roll
you.
your d4 again.
Oh,
Time to see what your mood is.
oh jeez. This is weird. It's like
Four.
I made 4.
4. All right, you're still in winter.
Damn it.
Wait, what is that? Are you just dramatic?
Anyway,
He's
can
depressed.
I walk up to the
Each
human?
different season, I
You walk
have a
up to the
different
human?
Yeah, you do.
personality.
He stares there, just kind of
Right
like this,
now, I
looking
am,
past
yes.
you into the darkness.
Can I say why you guys down here?
He kind of just goes, his eyes trail down to you and just.
How can I help them? They can't speak. There must be like a spell around them or something. Something's wrong with these people.
You can make a perception.
Oh
check.
no!
Perception
I'd like
check.
to. I'd like to cast a spell. I can comprehend languages.
Go for it.
That
Oh,
might
do it.
work. Yeah. So what's my thing again?
You're close.
10. What do I add again? 14.
How much does that bag last?
Yes.
14.
It's really hard to choose.
You feel like you would be able to discern a language if they were speaking a language.
Oh,
They're just moaning.
good. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So,
Okay.
How close do you get to these?
Perception.
this now? Okay, roll for insight, yeah. Or
20.
perception.
Oh.
Oh, 20? Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, yeah. You look and as you're looking at this human. You know what a normal man looks like, but you see something strange about his left eye. It appears to be like you see a small ring of what looks to be like kind of bloodshot in the corner, and there's a trickle that it started running but dried as it kind of dripped down.
Heal hands. Can I heal him?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes.
How much?
Heal hands.
How much?
So on your hands, which is creature you touch regains a number of hit
only have 5
points
health.
equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability, which is 3. So 1d8, which is that spell. Which one's the 8?
So that one. This one.
Okay, cool. So we'll have our healing if I can. Oh my gosh, 4.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that
Is
was
it plus
a 1.
anything?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, just 4
It was
total.
1.
Okay, so
Oh.
Plus 3. Yeah.
this person, fair skin, they kind of he goes, turns. He blinks a little bit, and you see his wound actually begins to kind of heal over. Turns to light, and his eyes. He looks and he blinks again, and all of a sudden his eyes light up, almost just this angelic light within them. It's
Ooh.
almost like daylight, like you'd be looking at the sun. Not quite to the same intensity, but he kind of looks out and almost radiates light from himself. In fact, a pair of wings all of a sudden sprout from his back. There are these ethereal wings that aren't really actually there in the physical sense, but you see them just like these great beams of light. And go ahead and describe your character.
Hi there.
Christian! Or
Hello there. My name's
SMR.
wait, you're speaking. Is this a human that I just healed?
Dude, you look really
Christian!
cool.
I saved him!
Nice.
Oh, I'm so happy right now. I'm writing that
You
down.
should have saved the
So
dwarf,
dope.
and then he could have been the little guy.
You see this
Hold on,
little
can I see the pen?
squatty angel got some wings.
Enigma. And then, what's your name?
My name's Enwin.
How do you spell it?
ENWIN.
I almost made that.
What the? That was just like came out of nowhere.
You look
He
really
just threw this and I was
cool,
just like yarning
sir.
like, what the?
All right, go
Alright.
ahead. Describe your character, everyone.
Like backstory.
No, just your character. how you look, your physical appearance.
Yeah. I guess I'm about 6'4". 6'6". Ooh. I'm 6'4".
Wow,
I'm
I'm tall.
Yeah, I'm very like muscular, just like
Anyway.
for a man.
Alright.
And tall, looks athletic. I don't know, like just like the typical like my dude's is an SMR, so like he's like very just like well put together, like looks wise, I guess. Yeah.
Oh.
You could say he's rugged. Yeah. I don't know. Yes, but
Why were you down here? What happened to you?
Yeah, what happened?
You feel very confused, almost like you don't really remember.
yeah,
But
I had no idea how I
it
got
slowly comes back to you that someone had just shoved a metal spike through your eye into your brain.
Ooh.
You remember that quite vividly all of a sudden.
there. Yeah, apparently. Well, my eye. It just came back to me. My eye. There's a metal spike that went through my eye.
By who? Do you know who was
Excuse
from?
me.
Can't remember.
It's just, sorry, Dad.
Okay.
Everything's blank besides that one little fact.
Do you know what happened to all the people that are down here? Is the same thing as you?
Might as well kill them.
I
Everything
assume-
dies
No.
anyway.
I assume so. I don't really know. Like, there's. Yeah, I have no clue why I'm really down.
Can I go over to the dwarf and heal him as well?
Roll for that.
Oh, he's
Even
okay.
more healing
Wait.
them.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Always.
Good character.
What would you
Is
want?
it even worth this? I hate myself.
That'd be 9.
9?
Yeah,
health
9.
points? Okay, yeah. So you, okay, yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, so all of a sudden,
What's
you,
my health?
don't worry about that.
Oops.
Let's pretend.
Nice.
I cannot draw
Thank you.
sideways. That's supposed to be right in 18.
Oh, wow, I thought that was an infinity mark.
Thanks.
you.
1 plus infinity.
I'm
Okay,
Thanos.
you go and you heal this dwarf. You put your hands out. This energy like flashes between your hands and into the face of this man. It appears to be a young dwarf, probably around the age of 18. His hair is slicked back and tied into many knots, and his kind of scruffled beard is also braided in that sense. As he goes and he leans back, he rubs at his eye, just. Enwin, when did what just happened? He goes and turns to you. You remember your friend Jean.
John.
Jean,
Oh, John.
my boy, my boy.
Hey, John, what's your last name?
It's Jean.
It's just-
Oh, Jean,
I
John of the Southern.
I don't use the last name.
baby.
I don't.
I think we were just attacked. But I don't know how long ago.
Do you remember pirates?
Astro Pirates.
That would make sense because we're in the astral sea.
Oh, jeez.
Scared me.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Os.
He goes and grabs your hand, kind of pulls you in for a hug.
Whoa.
Hey, dwarves.
You said you heal me. No,
I don't have.
I healed
I
you.
can't
Oh.
heal.
Sorry, you're elves. You look the same.
That's pretty racist.
Me.
Thank you for healing me.
You're welcome.
Can we get out, please? I don't like.
What about all the other people stuck here? Can I cure all them too?
If you want, I guess. I mean, I get
Might
about
as
him.
well kill them because everything dies eventually.
No. What are they?
Might as
Aren't
well speed
they?
along the process.
We can let them
He
go.
goes. He kind of
Somebody-
looks and squints. He's like, "Is this our crew?" He kind of looks about.
Oh,
and just,
see?
I don't remember. Is this our crew?
How many of them
Is
are
this our
left?
crew?
How many do I have to
They
cure?
weren't important.
My eye hurts.
I'm curing
He
them.
says it doesn't matter.
Yes,
So might as well move on.
He goes and
Hey!
grabs the rope.
Which
Oi,
is technically,
You pull me up now. Shouts up to you.
Which is
I
technically
can heal
11.
someone. Okay.
To heal somebody else.
You go up and
Or heal 2 people at the same time.
okay, you just go
Oh wow.
and you put your hands on 2 heads, just
Oh
like
my God.
when you heal. No, not really you.
These are the
Just
crew.
just 2 people down in this hole. They're 2 Gith. You put your hands on each one, and they kind of
More gift, more gift.
How many
and
more are there?
they begin to mutter to you in a different language that you don't understand.
You don't understand? Use your spell.
Comprehend language.
Yes.
No, that's racist.
Wait,
What?
I'm against the ride though.
No, that's not racist. That's,
What do you do? You hear
That's
you hear it
inconsiderate.
tugging on the rope.
Isaac,
I know.
Oh,
You
yeah.
are
I can pull one of you up at a
Sorry,
time.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Okay, you ready?
I'll join.
What is wait?
He
What
goes
is
and
I
wraps
doing?
his hand around the rope. It's like
The
ready.
dwarf is going up.
15.
Okay, 15.
I think can only pull one of us up at a time.
Cool. So okay,
Dwarf
so you
jumping.
begin to pull him up, and he kind of goes and wraps his way up the rope, and he gets about halfway. What are or did you?
I'd like
Use a
to
spell or
use
something?
chill touch on one of the
Wait,
unsuspecting.
Aussie. That's their crew members. Don't kill them.
They didn't seem
No,
important.
Aussie.
Okay, do you actually do that?
Do you?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so
Everything's going
how
to
much
die
damage is that, or
What's
what?
this going on in his head?
I don't know. He was like, they don't seem important. I was like, neither do you. Just feed into that.
Buy into that
I'm not
one
either.
that feeds
How many
into
more
it.
minutes are down there that I have to?
You recognize there to be actually there's 4 in total.
It's just
So you heal 2 of them, and they're kind of muttering, and they start talking to one another.
8, 11. Let me heal the next two. Before he casts his chill spell.
Which one do you cast it on?
I cast it on the closest one to me.
The one that's healed, or
Not the one that isn't healed yet.
okay? You go and as she like reaches out her hand, do you have
Yeah,
to
but
roll
can
for
I
that? Or
combat
something?
your? Can I
You have to
combat
do
your
14.
spell? Mine's a healing spell. Can I heal them? Your touch.
You have to use a fire spell on the same person.
Mine's in the
Oh,
cross.
yeah.
Chill.
You just
Okay, you said 14.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you hit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
you hit.
Hit him, man.
All right, and you can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
Dude,
Okay, how many hit points does that do?
It did 7.
Not healing you.
So,
No, it's mine.
You
Okay.
die
Oh,
off
there any
me.
more pumpkins? There are
11.
than mine.
7 plus 4.
Yes.
Let's
So
take a
11
pumpkin
damage
patch.
just to one of them.
Yeah. Is this an undead target?
No.
Okay. Just kidding then. Don't listen.
Yeah. Heal 11. Meaning I'll be able to heal maybe
You
the
can't
one.
heal him.
Why can't I heal him?
It can't regain hit points until the start
Okay,
of my next
Let's stop
turn.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
kill him.
It's a cool little
kids.
spell.
All right, so you reach your hand out, and you have to
So-
touch him physically, right?
No, you create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range.
Okay. You go and reach your
Wait,
hand
wait,
out,
wait.
and you see this kind of bone-like structure begin to
60
tumble
range.
out from your hand. Frost chills the air, and it lights it in this kind of like moonlit blue as it goes and reaches a bony finger out. It goes and touches the head of the nearest skith that has not been healed, as it's just kind of standing there. It goes, ah! It goes and pulls away, hits the side of the wall, and kind of goes and claws at its head. Frost peeling off, frost and flesh that's turned black instantly from the frostbite. It peels it off from its skull, just screaming in its language that you don't understand.
Can I use my 11 to heal him? Because I rolled an 11.
You
Can I-
can't heal him. You can't heal the one I attacked until my next turn.
Okay, so did you heal the? Are you
Yeah.
healing another one?
Yes.
Well, I'm
Okay.
attacking
I'm
Blade.
healing who's ever left.
Okay.
Be funny.
Well, I'm attacking Blade.
How many? You're not. Oh yeah. Sorry, you are. Okay, yeah. You just straight up attacking?
Yeah.
Okay, go for
I
it.
chop at him with my longsword.
19. Yeah, that definitely
And I
hits.
wasn't. You're still down 10 HP because you didn't. I haven't healed you yet.
All right, what's your
If
damage?
you die, you're out.
You can choose to make him unconscious
This is
instead of
it.
no.
I hit him with the back of my sword. Hit him in the head and knock him out.
Okay. What's your damage
God.
Longsword is 1d8 plus 5.
So roll your 1d8.
Thanks, Chris.
All right.
Knock
Yeah,
him
he's
out.
definitely gonna
That
do
no
this
matter
unless you
what,
roll
even if
something.
you roll
What's
1,
an eight?
that's like
What's a 1d8?
instant
No,
knockdown.
yeah.
7.
Yep.
Oh, good. But you
All right.
landed a real high
You're-
one.
You're
Good.
knocked out instantly.
Thank
He goes.
goodness.
He turns his sword around, hits you with the pommel, and you go down. Just
I really hope it's a different.
hit against the
shooter when I
wall
wake
and then
up.
slump
I
down to
don't
the
like
ground.
this one.
You're kind of just like, oh my god, what's happening? Everyone's
lay on
like,
hands.
drops
Yeah,
dead.
and okay, he's still a friend. Even though he did that to your crew member, I'll heal them.
Okay.
Can it be a new season?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that. You heal 1/5 as he goes and just. He goes and kind of looks around, acting confused, and just. He looks at his friend over past you.
Wait, which one did you heal?
The one you
You can't. Until
No,
my
it was a
next
different
turn.
one, right? I thought. Oh, I
No,
thought.
I
it
already healed that one because I had
You
11.
can't heal that one until I get
Oh,
my next
sorry.
turn.
No, there was an
Sorry,
extra one.
yeah.
There's 4, and
There's
I healed
4.
the one that you
Yeah, you
didn't
healed
hurt.
2, and then 1, and then there's the one that I
Yeah, that
attacked.
one, and I
You
just
can't heal
rolled
the
to
one I
heal
attacked.
that one. Dang it. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you healed 3 of them. They're all
Okay.
they all standing around except for
So
that one that's hit the ground. They all go
What the hell's
pull
wrong
from
with you?
behind them silver daggers as they go, and 2 of them lunge at you, and 1 of them lunges at you.
Hold on.
down there.
Is
Wait.
this my crew member?
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Oh,
Thanks
I
for
just
knocking
saved
me
them.
out.
Dang it. I'm pissed. Alright.
Okay. All right. You're gonna. Does
yeah, 'cause
a
it gets around.
Everything dies, and it
They're
looks
the
like it'll be you
Astral
guys
Plane.
Should come
now.
back to me really quick. I'd like to attune the ship.
What does that
okay?
mean?
Does a
What?
7, 8, 9,
I'd
10?
like to attune the ship.
That takes an
Does an
hour.
11?
It does.
What?
Does an 11 hit
It
you?
takes an hour.
What do you mean?
We've been
Oh,
gone
I
a
have to
long
roll
time.
No, look at
You guys
her.
have
Connor,
to
look at
roll.
her.
That's
Look at your
true.
AC.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, but Connor just like is tuning right now.
Your AC.
Connor's been attuning since the
AC?
beginning.
Yeah. Armor class.
17.
17? Okay, yeah. So
Jesus.
now one of them swings at you with the knife. You go, you put your arm up and it blocks his dagger and you're able to push him aside.
Yeah.
You can have a weapon out if you want to. You can go ahead and draw a weapon.
Yes, the weapon I currently have out, which is
Okay.
my longsword.
Sword? Okay. The other one goes and swings at you. And he also misses. And he goes and swings. You're able to draw your longsword up and kind of fling him aside. You get an opportunity attack on that second one.
I'm attacking.
I'm gonna say-
They
I
pissed
like
me
a
off.
good-
For the last time.
What am I rolling for?
Attack. So add that to your longsword attack.
Which
plus
is 5, so 9.
So 9.
Oh,
Okay. So you swing at that one. Sorry. So you swing at that one with your longsword. He kind of ducks to the side quickly. You clatter your blade across against the wall. It is now your turn.
Yeah.
Come
So
on,
he's
Evan.
One of them goes and he's swinging at you.
shield.
Okay.
I raise my shield up and I counterattack.
Okay.
Come on, Edwin, let's beat them!
Yeah, I still have my longsword drawn after
Yeah.
blowing Blake.
16. Plus what?
16 plus.
Yeah, you definitely hit. Okay.
What do you mean? Like plus what?
You do plus 5.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. So roll your damage dice.
Damn, 1d8 plus 5.
Isaac, what the heck are you doing?
So that I can
4 plus 5, 9.
9. Okay. 9 damage.
What is it?
I win. I'm awfully good.
Because we overthrow.
Okay, you go and you swing your sword. You bring up your shield really quick. He goes, his knife kind of clatters against it, and you turn sideways. You're able to push him to the side, and you bring your long sword down, catch him across the back. You chop into his back, dealing him 9 damage.
Should I roll for
What is
saving
work?
throw now?
Work.
No, he chose to
Just
keep you
knocked out.
unconscious, so you're knocked out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay. It is now the one on the ground's turn. He goes up to you,
What
actually.
language are they speaking?
So he
Oh,
kind of
no.
goes. He crawls across the floor.
Which one?
What language are they speaking?
That sucks. I healed all them.
They speak
They're
again.
ungrateful swine. I'm gonna kill them all.
You don't know if it's Githyanki or
Unhealable.
Okay.
Everything.
yeah,
Sorry.
I just
Okay.
did it.
So he goes up and
Yeah.
he's waddling. He kind of crawls his way over and he goes and stabs you through the back. You get 1 fail, actually. So now you're unstable.
Awesome.
Okay. So we're actually going to go
It's
up
fine.
top.
Get wrecked.
Connor,
Why did I deserve that?
go ahead and roll a
You were
perception
my
roll.
friend.
That's not your friend. They're
Yeah,
attacking
perception.
you now.
Oh.
It
Could
turns
you
out
roll?
I was in the right.
I
You
was
were.
like,
One time.
This
That
one
I
time.
just
9
attacked.
plus.
It's
Well, I have
better.
no memory, so.
Okay.
Ha.
Yeah, you attacked me.
Okay, so Connor, you're up here on the ship, minding your own business. You're looking off, kind of just over the entire scene. You see, actually, coming up above that, the kind of horizon line of that asteroid, you see something strange that almost appears like a mast is moving just out of view, and it kind of dips down underneath the asteroid again. So you see, like something, like it appears to be another ship on that other
Like
side.
one like mine.
You don't know. You only see the mast.
Does
Go
it look
up
like
and
my
down.
mast?
It looks like your mast, yes.
Sick. Okay. Yo, boys, we got company. Also,
You're way over there.
Can you yell that out? You can
Been,
try.
can I have been like attuning the ship?
Attuned to the ship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we can.
Like, they
what
were
does that
gone for
do?
a long time.
What does that do?
Helps
He
me, like,
studies the
figure it
ship.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, we can kind of do that. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Or let's do Arcana.
Ayo.
10
that's
plus
10.
Arcana.
2.
Okay. As you're there and you're sitting, you're kind of appraising the ship. You definitely notice that it appears to be like a mind flayer, one of your greatest sworn enemies as a Gitzerai,
ship?
or as a Gith in general. The ship is styled very similar, and the longer as you sit here, it almost feels like the ship has a kind of life of its own, as the railings that appear to be like tentacles almost seem to shift ever so often. Don't appear to be a kind of constant material. They're moving. The stars on the deck twinkle, and even the head here seems to turn. The backboard. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we noticed that last time. At least I did.
Well, you reckon? Oh yeah, the railing did. Yeah. So that's kind of what you notice. You feel like it's another living organism that you're sitting on. Okay, but yeah, so that's what you see. Did you want to yell to anyone, or what did you want to do? Anything?
Yeah.
I yell, hey guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey,
Yeah, hey, you
We
guys.
got company.
Me and John are the only two up there.
Can somebody help?
John. Okay, yeah. John by this time has made his way up top.
Damn,
Let's
the
give
freaking
him-
captain.
There he
He's
is.
chilling in this
Yeah,
ship.
he's just chilling. He goes and he. Could you sit him?
Oh, nice. We're
He
using
goes and he
sorry.
walks out on deck. He goes, looks around. What do you mean, company?
I saw another ship.
What did it look like?
Like ours.
Back to the ship! Back to the ship! He goes and he yells and he
Alright,
starts
yells
running his way
in.
back.
Do I hear him? Dead.
Yes, you
Oh.
hear him. You
There
up
is
top
no
here.
reason for this to be a
I
good
know.
situation.
The whole people don't
I
hear him.
know.
Everyone on
Normally,
top hears him, yes.
probably.
No one
Okay.
underneath hears.
Okay,
I
I,
yelled down the
run
hole.
for the guy. Sorry, go
I
on.
yell down the hall, guys, we need to get out of here.
Okay,
I
I
listen.
go and kill the guy that's going after
Pretty
Blake.
much dead.
Okay.
So.
Roll the hit.
Oh.
Roll advantage too, because he's on the ground.
Can she kill me in the same turn?
Advantage? Where is
Yes.
that one? I don't know.
Just
You
roll
just roll
twice.
twice.
Roll twice.
And take the
Oh,
higher
15.
one.
Oh,
So what was that? 15?
that was 15.
Okay, roll again.
And
9, so I'll take
Okay, 15 plus 5.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you definitely hit.
20.
And then roll your
And
damage dice,
you-
which is a
you have to
D10 or D8. You're using a shield, right?
Yes, I have a shield and a longsword.
So are you
I
using
know.
both at the same time, or are you just using your longsword?
I know I can hold both because I didn't.
Shoot, we're gonna kill it in combat.
what?
Were you using your
We
shield
both have
before?
shield and long
No,
swords.
just my longsword.
Okay, so
Just my
then roll a
longsword.
D10 then.
If I were awake,
Okay.
I could do some
Where is it?
good wizard damage.
Well, now you're not.
I always wonder what
Did you
your
kill my
is.
friend?
Where's my D10?
He's not your
That's
friend,
D8.
and I also didn't kill him.
Friends.
No,
Connor,
no.
help her with her
This is
D10.
a
It looks like a
D10.
top.
Yeah.
Here you go.
That
That
one.
one.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. 0.
Okay, so 10.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
Like,
Okay, why?
0 on that.
10! That's the
10.
best!
Okay, yeah, you get a 10. Okay, you go up, you kind of swing your sword around, you bring it down, and it plummets through his back, and it pins him to the ground. He's dead.
Can I kill Blake?
Please.
Does it say you can as a bonus action, or does it cost an action?
It doesn't, just cure
It
wounds.
was really cool.
I just have it. Or I can do lay on hands, which is 10 HP. I can just do it. I don't have to do anything.
I don't remember if those are bonus actions.
I don't know.
Making you.
Let's say not for now. If you want to look it up,
Lay
since
on
you're
hands
dead.
isn't. I know I only have
That's a
10
good point.
HP for
I
the
am
whole
dead.
round until I rest.
What's
Lay
your...
on hands I can use because I have
Lay
10
on hands
HP,
is a spell?
but no, I
Okay.
have it, but 10 HP, I minuses each round, so I have to rest to get it back. So, I have 10 HP to give you. I can give you all of it, or I can just...
I'm not sure if it's if you can do it as an action
Or
as
cure
bonus action.
wounds.
Okay, after you move away, one of the Gith strikes at you. He goes and swings his knife at you and misses again. At that time, you're able to take another attack at him.
How many? So where are the assailants?
Okay, let's draw it out. Kind
Yeah,
only-
I'm kind of confused.
We've
Where?
only killed one.
Here, do like right here.
Gee.
Yeah. Okay. So there is this hole.
Go back.
We've only
Go ahead and
killed
move
one.
your characters over here.
That's okay.
We.
You could have killed more if I weren't dead, Christian.
Oh, yeah.
You're not dead, Blake. You're sleeping.
Oh, okay, so you have...
But you guys are still
Here's
at
where the
top.
rope is kind of dangling. Okay. You're all down here.
This is
He's
paladin
up
too.
here.
Paladin.
Whoa.
Uh,
Sorry. Oh, so you can touch a creature and drop power
Okay.
from the
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's
Blake's
what
on the
it is.
ground prone.
Yeah, it's not a
As
bonus.
an action.
And breeze over.
As
There's a
an
dead.
action.
As an
Yeah.
action. It's not a bonus
Breeze
action.
over
so you
here.
can't.
So which one is Cure Hands or Lay on Hands or both an action?
I assume Cure Hands is going to be or
This
is
is
it
at her.
Cure?
The other one's
Sorry,
kinda
Cure
over
Wounds.
here.
Cure Wounds. I assume
And,
that's going to be a
the
spell,
last one.
so you probably can't do that either.
One is over on this side, attacking you, and you attack that.
But how much health does he have?
Yeah.
I can't tell you their
so
health,
that's
but
another
you
action, so
attacked.
can't.
This guy was attacked and killed, and I
So
believe
this
this
guy-
guy was attacked.
I attacked him.
Actually, sorry, this one was attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one's dead, and then
So this one took damage. Sorry. Yeah, this one's killed. Okay, yeah, this one took damage. My bad. Okay.
Which is the one that I killed or attacked?
You attacked this one that we just killed.
Nice.
Sorry,
You're welcome. I weakened him.
Ellen.
oh Elliot.
Ellie.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres killed over
You
here.
say Ellie.
Okay.
I
what do
did
you
a
do?
lot better,
Ellie.
so I don't
This
like
one's moving to attack her.
Oh, and Ellie.
Ellie.
Can I attack two guys?
Oh,
Or this one's yeah. You can attack one at a time. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm
Oh wait,
Alright,
I
choose quick. Which one do you attack?
Yeah, I'll kind of like. move
good.
this
2
way.
fails.
Okay.
And,
Alright.
like sidestep.
Breathe,
Alright,
you can
roll
kill
the
me
hit.
as soon as possible. Because if
Yes,
I get
I
one more
will.
fail, I will be dead.
I'll do my next action.
6.
If you don't
Plus-
mind.
Plus what?
She
Yes,
does.
I do it every
Sorry,
single
you do not hit.
freaking
You go and you swing your longsword. He ducks
Because
it.
It's
I'm
fine.
playing like a tank
And this
as
one
a
goes and
wizard,
attacks you
which is
here.
the
Yes,
complete wrong way
I'm
to
a
do it.
tank. You're not. I can play as a tank. You're
Well,
my
okay,
backup.
this one I was just,
Alright.
I just.
This guy goes and he takes his dagger and he kind of
It's fine.
spins up.
I like how.
He goes and jumps over to the side of you
Should have been murdered.
and goes to plummet it down into your shoulder. He hits.
No, not
I like
Dealing
I like
Autumn or spring.
our duo anyway.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, so of course I'll
9 damage. As he goes, he takes his dagger, he jumps up in the air and kind of Superman punches you in the shoulder with his daggers.
And then I wake up and punch him as he's falling down.
No!
Bam!
It goes, yeah, so a dagger goes and jabs into your shoulder, brings you to your
Actually,
knee
as a
here.
wizard, I'd probably break my hand before that would
You
ever
need
work.
to wake up. I need your spells. I'm gonna go heal Blake for my action. It's an action.
Okay, before you do that, this guy has a turn.
Dang it. I have to fight him off. But I have
It's
to
okay.
leave
At least I'm
first.
skilled at cards. Are you cold?
He runs over, actually, and he's going to start
Me too.
climbing this rope to get out.
Okay, if you heal me, wait,
No, no,
if I'm
that's for you.
healed, am I just unconscious or can I wake up?
If she heals you with magic, she can wake you up.
Heal me with magic, Bree.
Lay
And
on
then I can
hands.
wake up
10
and do something.
HP. Boom.
Sick.
Okay,
Alright.
that's your turn?
Yes.
So can I take a turn now instead? Or I mean now?
Your turn is kind of waking up.
Well,
Sorry.
Well, anyway,
Okay,
10
I can
HP.
just-
You
I
have
can
10
get back
down,
HP.
down, yeah.
Write it down.
You breathe the air back into you, and you kind of like go and rub your eyes, just like, whoa, what just happened?
thank
Cough.
you.
Because I'm coughing. Wake up, and you're able to get to your feet.
Oh,
That's the end of your turn. Okay.
wait,
it's
is it,
now.
is it a new season? Can I roll for
Yeah,
this?
go ahead and roll new season.
Oh, thank
Um,
God.
Depressing
Did
boy.
anyone
No!
at top want to do
Alright,
anything?
so 2.
Summertime.
2?
2.
Okay, so
So
Summer,
it'll be
yeah.
summer.
Oh. Well,
1 is spring,
that's probably good for
2
this
is
one.
summer.
Is the rope
This is the
through
punch
down
first,
there?
direct confrontation
Yes.
one.
You're holding onto the rope, and there's actually someone climbing it.
Perfect.
Who?
You do that
Can I
anyway.
Well,
at
that one was
this
just because
point-
I'm depressed.
Yeah, we'll say
Yeah.
everything gets a go.
How far up the rope is he?
Yes.
He's made it about to the ledge.
Sick. So I have
My
Firebolt.
ledge?
No, the second ledge, like down here.
Oh,
There's like
I
another
can use
ledge.
one of my
30
new
feet
second
down.
level spells. Oh,
So is he like right above the ledge?
yes.
He's right below the ledge.
Okay.
He hasn't made it up the ledge yet.
Okay. Why didn't I have to make a strength check for this guy climbing up?
Oh yeah, let's have you make a strength check.
Awesome. I fail
Questions?
I fail on purpose. If you want to, you can just
Yeah.
let go. Okay.
No, but wait. What about the rest of us?
You'll throw the rope back up.
Okay. He's gonna make a.
That's not how that works. I don't think.
Actually,
He
can I
dropped
just
30
smash
feet.
him against the wall?
Just kind of whip around. Sorry, you dropped it already.
Okay.
He goes, hits the ground,
Oh,
lands on his back. He is.
I could've
now-
Get him, he's prone!
The rope kind of
Yeah.
dangles here.
Oh no.
Goes
Oh,
like
nice. That's not bad.
Okay.
You can
So-
just teleport up from the
I
ledge
can't
with the rope.
teleport until I take a long
I
rest.
do.
You're
move.
Okay, so it is now
Cow.
your turn.
I do. I can move.
What do you do?
Kill him. Go.
Which guy?
Probably the one that's laying down because he's the most vulnerable.
Right here?
No, the one that just fell.
I have
Across
a new
the room?
I have a new spell.
Well, it's not
This
that
guy
far.
attacked me.
Okay, get the attacker. I got the one behind you because he's right behind me.
Yeah. Well, this guy attacked me. I'm gonna stab
Okay, who
him.
do you hit?
Yeah.
Which guy?
This guy, I'm gonna one-shot this guy.
Nice.
14
Nice.
plus 5.
Yep, you hit.
No.
Alright, so what do I do? Yeah. Sorry, I'm
It
gonna
hasn't been that long.
do 8 plus 5. No,
Yeah.
yes, plus 5.
Plus
You
5?
freaking kill him.
Which guy was that? Was that this guy?
Yeah.
Don't be looking at my numbers. Next time you're sitting over there.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I did that.
Yeah.
Oh my
How
god.
could I do that?
Sorry, I forgot.
It's so gross. Oh my gosh.
Okay, you go and the longsword, right?
Yeah.
You go and whip around. You go and feint to the side before bringing your longsword down and stab it in
Yes.
to his chest.
Is he dead?
It goes. It kind of.
Yeah, he's definitely dead.
He pulls to the side and goes up against the wall. He's kind of. He's scratching at you, cursing at you in his tongue. He goes and picks up his dagger and kind of fumbles with it in his hand. That's bloody from that. And he drops his dagger on the ground.
Can I
He's
go?
up against
Or
the
is
wall.
it one of their
It's
turns?
my turn.
Oh, is it Breeze? Okay.
It is actually this person's turn. He's going to
I have one that
attack
can
Marie.
hit all 3 of them.
Does a 12
Let me
hit?
add them.
12 hit?
No, I'm 17.
Okay, so no. He goes and
shoot,
swings at you
nice.
again with his dagger. This time he runs up beside you. You're able to turn. You kind of elbow him in the nose. You take an opportunity.
Yes!
Nice. There we go.
What is it I rolling for?
Just attack. Just like normal.
Oh, okay. 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone wants some spaghetti.
Total?
It's 13.
So that
Okay. You go and you swing at him. It misses, and he kind of stumbles back away from you for a minute.
Get him, Blake.
I got this. I got a new
Is it
second
my
level.
turn or Blake's
I
turn?
got a new second level.
It is
It's empty.
this guy crawls to his feet,
Good.
and it is now Blake's turn.
Oh yes, here we go. All right, I like to cast Scorching Ray.
Maybe you should
At who?
This one at all 3 of them.
Oh no.
Okay, can you see the layout from here?
You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within
for
range.
like the whole game.
All right, I'd like to move into an opportune lookout to see all 3 of them at once and hurl fireballs at them.
Okay, just so you're aware, if you move past someone that's not dead, they can take an opportunity attack against you if they're willing. So you would run
Wait.
past him here in order to get a vantage point that could hit
Wait,
through.
since
him.
I was dead and now I'm awake, can I teleport again?
Jesus Christ. I once was dead, but now I'm alive.
Oh,
Can
I
I-
Jesus Christ.
Can I push Bree back?
Just push me back.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
you
push her back so I
Okay.
can attack all of them.
Yeah, yeah,
go ahead.
Or Ellie, back up.
Alright,
I got
back
this,
it up.
and then I cast it.
Okay, but he's kind of in the way.
Yeah.
Whatever your name is, move.
It's N1. N1. No, N1,
Did
come
you just
back up.
fly
There you
over
go.
there? What the hell?
Alright, perfect. Cast it. Go.
Alright,
Alright.
I cast Scorching Ray, creating 3 rays of fire hurling at each of them. So you must
That's
make
like
a
water.
dexterity, not a dexterity.
Yeah.
My apologies. An intelligence save. No, wait.
No, your spell.
I apologize. Wisdom saving. Yes. Do
Wisdom?
you beat 14?
Okay, one of them does. These 2 don't. This one beats it.
Dang
These
it.
2 don't.
Why
Okay.
did my guy beat it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one you're on. Well, he dies. At least he dies.
2. Oh. So 3, 8. Yes.
Which one? Oh, 8 each.
Yeah.
8 each.
Oh
These
wait.
two?
How many hit?
This one hits, this one hits.
Oh, I have to roll separate. So 8 on one of them, and oh, nice. And then 10 on the other.
Okay.
I hope they both die from that.
Okay.
They've both taken
This one goes, it's Scorching Ray, right?
Yeah, Scorching Ray.
Okay, so fire bolts from your hand in a scorching ray. As it ripples through the air in just this immense array of heat. It goes, it crashes into the one over here, sizzling as it burns his flesh. He goes and he tries to crawl away from it. You just see him lit completely on fire as he's crawling, trying to get away. He goes and bumps up against this wall.
Nice.
This one here, how much did you say this damage was? Sorry, I missed it. 10 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one goes and it hits him and he lights his whole like left shoulder on fire, including like this left half of his body. As he kind of goes, he starts trying to beat it out. It sounds like a monkey hitting himself. Hitting it against the wall. He runs, crashes against the wall, tries to roll. He goes prone again, rolling it around on the ground.
Alright, I got
Okay.
what? I'm
Let's
summer
see
right now.
kill him.
Yeah, direct confrontation. Punch first.
Okay, it is now.
First.
Who just went last? Sorry.
I went.
So who went before him? Was it that?
Christian, I didn't want to go.
It was.
I attacked because they attacked me.
I
It's
just
their
want to
row.
let you know.
Oh,
So now
yeah.
it's me.
Okay. Yep, you go.
Nice.
Can
Go finish one of
I
them
go
off.
against the one that's wait? I'm over there. Can I just walk over to the one that's closest to Blake?
This one
Yeah,
or
that
this one? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, right there. All right, I want to kill this guy.
All right, roll the hit. You get advantage.
I'm gonna do 15,
Nice.
so 10. Or sorry, 20.
Roll 20.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely hit it.
Yes.
Roll damage.
I
Oh yeah, sorry.
D10.
I got this.
2.
Plus 5.
2.
Oh, so 7.
Okay, 7. Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay, you go and you
Take it out.
stab your longsword down. You whip it up, turn it down, plunge it into his side. He kind of moves to the side a little bit, and you stab it through right where his shoulder blade would be. It kind of you hear it crunch as the bone just shatters, making way for your sword to penetrate all the way through him into the ground.
Yes!
He's squirming around on the
Come
ground.
on, boys. I killed 2 of these
He's,
people.
he's kind of flapping, reaching for his dagger at his side. He ends up pushing it away.
Good job.
This guy over here, lit on fire, he stopped moving altogether and his fire begins to simmer.
That's right. You're welcome.
My turn now.
Yes, go.
Wait, isn't my guy dead?
He's getting there.
Okay.
Alright, I got
So we
this.
just leave him. He's like, whatever. We don't need that right now.
Ooh,
Sorry,
I kind of want to cast a spell because this sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my
Oh,
long
no,
sword
it's
still
not.
and just hit him again.
Okay, do it.
You feel that?
Yep,
19.
definitely hit. Roll your damage thing. Keep that die out, just by the way. Keep your die that you used to hit out too.
Why?
Just because you
You
looked
feel
hard
like-
last time.
Pooped. It took a
Yeah.
lot out of me.
Oh yeah,
One
you can see it in your
from
hair.
Yeah.
5?
You can hear it.
I'm gonna do a bonus
Oh yeah, I
action.
do what you doing.
Do you have a bonus action?
No,
Action surge. One for short rest.
Let's go destroy the war.
17.
You hit again?
Go, Isaac.
You guys gonna make it to the
7
7?
plus
Okay.
5.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so
From that one.
Did you feel that?
okay, so Christian, you go, you take your longsword with your shield, you go and you kind of bash him against the wall again. You pull your longsword up, turn it around, slash down at his knees, bring him to the ground. You whip your longsword up and again, keeping him pinned against the wall with your shield. You go and shove it down through his collar. It goes through him, impales him all the way through. The sword doesn't come out the other end. It goes straight down through his body, staying sheathed inside of him.
Mortal Kombat style.
He goes limp.
Alright, we can leave the other guy. He
Is it
doesn't
my
know.
Yeah.
turn?
Yes.
Alright,
Alright.
guys, let's get up. Let's focus on how
Alright.
do we get out.
You guys worried about that? I want to finish this guy off with a spell. That
Later,
a
MS.
spell that I
Fine.
learned. It's pretty cool.
Meanwhile, I asked John if he has
How
any
far can
rope.
you fly?
50 feet.
John? He's like, I
Very
did. Let me check.
Ah.
He goes, he kind of turns
If I
around.
do that one,
Yeah, he goes and holds up about 50 feet away.
Bree, you should
50
move
feet?
Yep.
about 5 feet away from that.
I grab onto this.
Hey, Christian, you, or Erwin, can you, Erwin?
Hey,
Edwin,
Who's
can you
who's this
move
fighting
a
them?
little bit?
Not Bree.
Everyone, yeah, she's
I'm
not.
moving
Back.
out of the way.
I'm in one.
No, I'm moving.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
I'm
While
Edwin.
she's fighting this guy, I yelled down for one of them to catch this other end of the rope that I'm throwing down and tie down the other end of this rope to this rope.
Perfect. I do, because I'm
Okay.
right there.
Alright.
He goes and helps you grabbing the other end.
Alright, I'd like to cast a spell on the
Blake,
last
just leave it.
unsuspecting guy.
Okay, do it.
No, it's cool. It's a cool new one that I
Okay,
just
fine.
learned.
Do it.
Alright, so he will need to make a saving throw.
Okay, what?
Wisdom.
What?
14?
Nope.
You need to stay away from
Nice.
it. What do you need
Alright.
to stay away
So cloud of daggers. I fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side.
It's
Spinning daggers?
Cloud of daggers.
I
So a cube 5 feet around a point right above him. Because I can't. I have to do it in unoccupied
My
space.
body is exhausted.
Okay.
So right above
So-
him. So a creature takes 4d4 slashing damage.
Okay. You don't even need to roll. Let's be honest.
No, but I want to.
Okay, go ahead
I
and
know
roll.
how much damage I've done. 4. 1. 1. 4. 10.
Okay.
He's
Perfect.
dead.
You know, these daggers, they kind of, all of a sudden above him, you see this kind of, it jingles almost like a chandelier that rattles in an earthquake. This deadly chandelier goes and rattles, it spins and rotates a little bit, and this just cloud. All of a sudden, the daggers seem to pull up with tension, and all of a sudden plummet down, sticking him with a bunch of different needles. It looks like he was attacked by a porcupine. But
When in fact
It was a wizard.
when in fact it was only a wizard. It was a wizard. He's dead, lying there. Dead.
Yes.
Okay.
I like my.
All right,
new
let's go up
spells.
top. So does anyone actually grab the rope?
I.
That
I do, that right there.
No?
Who has good survival?
Me.
I got
Okay.
a great one. I got +1.
For survival,
Okay.
I've got 0.
I am the best. Oh
Same.
wait, is it?
Connor
shoot,
is not
I
even
am.
in the realm. He's
Yeah,
over there in the
what's
boat.
my-
I have the best survival.
And
My
win,
survival
and
is +1.
I have the best
Yo,
survival here.
I have a
It's
plan.
+1.
So I can fly up to 50 feet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly up and catch the rope midway,
Man,
and then
you're
help
OP.
Okay.
drag it up.
Oh, perfect.
People
Like
on
50
it.
feet,
Oh.
you're like 10 feet from the top yourself.
Oh really? Yeah. So I'm just gonna help in the air.
He is
Forget
freaking
You fly up,
weak.
you go,
I'm so
roll survival to tie it.
I'm jealous. If I saw that.
11.
I still
Okay.
get jealous.
So you go, you tie the ropes together, and you fly. What do you do? Do you climb the rest of the way out yourself?
Yeah.
You go and you climb up. You grab the rope for the last bit as your wings dissipate. You grab onto the rope and pull yourself up and out. You get up top. Okay.
I'm okay.
Ooh, ropes are tied together.
I got this guy.
Who's grabbing the ropes?
I have this.
Me? Oh wait. I don't know. Are you?
Yeah. I have the ropes up top now.
No, but down at bottom.
I can.
There's
Yeah.
the two of you down here.
I'll grab it.
No, I have more strength than you do. Like by a lot.
She'll grab it.
Okay.
I'll stay back
Me.
for a
I'll
little
grab
bit.
the ropes.
I'm helping grab the ropes
Hey,
too.
don't worry, I'll make the eggs.
What? I appreciate it.
All right, Connor.
What?
How
Thank you,
many
Sergeant.
eggs?
I don't think we're gonna understand what
Keep it.
I
No,
was
don't do anything.
trying
I'm
to
gonna
do.
I thought you tied the ropes. Midair.
Oh.
Should I say that? Same
What else
thing?
were you doing?
Oh, did I? Well, I was helping in the air pull them. Too.
Oh, you were trying to pull up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that hard?
Yeah.
Get out of my house. You're not that good at flying yet, but you get there.
Maybe at level 5.
Maybe at flight school, sir.
Meet me out.
Okay.
I'll show you.
So,
Oh boy.
alright, bring it back in. Okay.
Ready.
We're going up top. You grab the rope.
Okay, string
Go ahead and make a strength check. But we're going to go to Connor. Connor, you see
Yeah, Connor.
above the horizon. By this time, he's made it back onto the ship.
Welcome back, sir.
Another ship is
That's a
risen
ship?
up here.
Dude,
These are
that's a sick looking ship.
And then I can't make all the props, guys.
That'd be so cool if you made like
Yes.
A second
Thomas,
ship.
like,
I'm ready.
I mean, I have a Playmobil
Okay.
actual ship.
Do you actually?
Like, I roll a 15.
Nah, we'll worry
so
about it
when
next time.
Shiny comes
There'll be
up,
other
you
shit
can
things.
see it.
Oh,
I have like an actual pirate
ship.
ship
Yeah.
on wheels.
No, I know.
Can I
I
cast
remember-
a spell?
Who needs
Okay,
wheels and
this
space?
pirate ship,
Yeah.
it raises up on the ground. You hear this kind of just cheering. It's indistinct. Just you see a good other 6 gif
Cheering or yelling?
cheering, yelling out here. Yeah, they're doing a war cry, just yelling, raising their silver swords up high into the air as they're standing on these banisters. There's one of them manning a ballista that's aims and fires, and it turns, and you see this whole thing swivel towards the ship. Connor, he is just now reached onto here. You see this guy with a ballista over here. What do you do?
Do you have any spells, Connor?
All of a sudden, ACDC says like.
I don't know why I thought of that.
Is that Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, 5,
That's no, that's.
4,
I think that's Ozzy Osbourne.
3.
I guess I'd like to ask the captain
What?
How are you
today?
Where'd you get your accent? Where'd you get your accent from, bro?
No.
Any form of defense, you idiot! You didn't arm your ship.
All of a sudden, you hear just this.
He doesn't arm their freaking ship.
All
I've
of a
been
Yeah.
sudden,
sailing the seas
Did
for
you have a bow and
45 years.
arrow?
My ass.
all of a sudden, the entire
ship out of the dealership.
the entire ship rocks to
Bow
the
and arrow.
side
Do you have that?
and falls apart. The whole thing.
Oh no.
The ship goes, it hits, and it starts to drift away a little bit.
I have a short
Except
bow.
for, ooh, actually, there's
I have a short bow.
a rope
Yeah, I don't know about
that Isaac is tethered
Ah!
to.
Well,
Really?
Connor, cut the rope.
You're welcome.
Cut the rope.
Okay, so it goes to
So
kind
then
of
the captain
shifts
can
and-
take the
It's
ship
time
and
to
come
play
get
cut
us.
the rope, but for
Anyway, I think it's our turn. I rolled a strength check already at 18.
Oh.
And Blake watched me, so he's
I
getting
watch.
Climb the rope.
Yeah.
You said okay.
I also watch your character do
We
that.
climb that rope that I'm about to cut.
apathy.
No, I'm in a different like.
All right, let's see.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
see.
yeah, okay.
Okay, roll dexterity.
Doesn't sound good.
Oh shoot! Once I get to 6th level, I'll be able to
Okay.
teleport.
You're climbing up this rope.
I got 18 in
You're
strength
getting-
though.
You're getting up about halfway up this rope when all of a sudden you feel this kind of. It begins to slip a little bit. The knot.
The knot.
Yeah, the knot that was tied together slips,
Ah.
and you
Can I
feel
get on the
yourself.
ledge? Can I climb
The
up
ledge
that?
is probably a good 7 feet above where you're at.
Can I just use strength and like jump? Like I mean, use like a
Are
little.
you gonna try to like go on the rocks, like not use the rope, or what do you want?
Just jump onto the ledge. Like I meant like you pull my arm up like really hard and then slam onto the rocks and then climb up there.
Okay, yeah, roll for strength.
Yes, I'm totally gonna make this, guys.
Time to shine.
Yes. Yes. Sorry,
What
I was really excited. 22.
Oh, nice.
did you roll natural 20?
No,
19.
Oh, 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strength.
You yanked
Yes. I knew I'd make it on this ledge.
Nice, nice.
You go and you yank.
Finally.
Just and you pull yourself up and you kind of just you reach, your hand goes, you're able to grab onto the rock like right at the edge of the ledge.
Yes.
At that time, the entire rope falls apart and the second rope goes in. It falls down at the ground and kind of tangles up in a loop right at your feet.
You know what? You should just wrap.
You're there, you're just like, ugh! And so you need to make a strength check
Hold on. Is Blake
to pull yourself
Really,
up.
Shane? I
Yeah.
got 20 freaking 2.
Yeah,
Take
I know.
Nice.
Yes.
That's good.
15.
Alright, you're able to do it. You go and you
Yes.
pull yourself.
Nice.
Ah.
Climbing bowl.
Grunting, you go and roll over and land on the ground, or on the ledge there. Okay, there's another half of the rope
Guys,
that you can
help.
reach, but
Oh,
half
cool.
of the rope has fallen to the ground.
Wait.
What is it, Blake?
Blake, you need a. Can you throw? Blake,
You
Aussie,
just ride your way.
can you
What?
throw the
Toss me
rope to
celery.
me to attach it, and then you can climb up the rest?
Well, I'm really weak, but we'll see what happens.
I got
Yeah.
Can I roll strength to try and throw the rope up to Ellie?
You don't need the. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
He
fell?
needs it.
Yeah.
He's left.
Yeah, because I'm still at the bottom. And, oh, good. We got 7.
I mean, honestly, you're only, what is it, 10 feet away from. We said you were 10 feet away
Yeah.
from the bottom
Easy,
of.
just
Oh,
climb
wait,
up.
never mind. Yeah. Wait,
When you.
how much rope did you guys
Oh,
have put
50.
together?
You're right. So he's fine. You just need to jump 10 feet.
Yeah, you gotta jump 10 feet up.
Just
Oh.
double jump.
Oh,
So
easy.
roll
Because
for
they're pulling the rope, so they have
So
ropes on top
roll-
that they're using.
Okay.
Oops, and roll for
Roll.
But all together, yeah, you
Just
need
do a
to.
double
You have to
jump,
get 10
Jedi
feet
jump.
up.
Is there
It's
you got
really
this.
high.
I have
Yeah,
negative
like,
the one
2
you threw,
strength.
yeah.
How tall is a basketball hoop?
10 feet.
Okay, yeah, you have to be able to
Oh,
jump.
my man! 17.
All right,
I can
nice.
jump 10 feet
Yeah.
all right, you go.
with your reach.
With your, yeah.
Not like actually.
was
Can't Blake
with reach.
Can Aussie jump 10 feet? We just found out.
He
Okay.
double jumps,
You
actually. He jumps once and 2.
Oh, yeah.
You run back and you
Sir,
jump
I'm
and you're
master
just
spikes.
barely able to go and grab on the rope. Roll a strength check to see if you're able to pull yourself up.
No, no,
It's alright, you got this. Lord Jesus.
What was that?
Okay, so 5.
It's only that one.
Can you just
Yeah, the
stay
second
there.
one was a natural one, so we were going with the original roll, which is how we played.
All right,
I
so
fly down and
No
Yo.
cheating
Can I
here.
fly and help him?
how long can you use
Or
that?
can I pull him up?
Well, I still have it activated.
Can she help?
You can
Help
play.
me
Can I pull
out.
him up?
Oh, okay. Here, one second.
Because I'm on the ledge. Can I just pull him up?
Can she help me, please?
Well,
Otherwise
I'm
I'm
rolling.
gonna fall.
We're rolling to see if he holds on to the rope.
Oh no.
Oh dear
Okay,
God.
so you you're able to like kind of grab onto it. However, it kind of goes and pulls in between your fingers. Just
Ow!
rope burn a little bit on your fingers, and you fall and hit the ground again, land on your butt.
That sucks.
Wrong.
Alright, roll another. You gotta jump.
All right, wait. We're going outside again. We're going
Okay.
up top.
That
Okay.
that counts.
Oh,
that was a roll.
Oh, that was a roll. Solid.
I rolled
The ship
before
is
you said
rotating.
anything.
You hear this
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
fine.
roar. It's a war cry.
And that's
All right, what are
the
you two doing?
I'd like to jump all the way to the top.
Maddie.
What is going on, guys?
What is going on, guys?
What is going on?
Maddie
Jump
epic
6.
smoke.
Maddie.
No, dude, I'm not even
Alright,
using
guys.
cars.
We're gonna make level
Pussy.
50.
Dude,
It's
it's
so
not
true
even
though.
hot in here.
Like,
It's
it's
not
like when you roll
It's
this
really
funny.
hot.
Let me just jump
All right,
60.
Excuse me.
What do you do? There's the two of you up here. You guys are you're up here on this hole. You're able to see if you look around.
Okay, I look around.
You don't see anything.
Nice.
I look around.
Good.
Not very good at looking.
Okay, you're able to see. You're like, oh, what is that?
Oh wait.
It's
Maddie freaking smoke.
You notice the war cry, and you turn around and you're like, oh, there's a ship there.
Every time. Yeah.
Guys, there's a ship there if you turn around.
Dog, what can I do from down here?
Jump 10 feet from here.
Dog, I rolled a natural 20. I'm about to jump 60 feet.
Jumps to top. Okay, Connor, what do you do up here?
You said
Go to jump.
Wrecker runs. It's like,
Cut the rope.
it's like, okay, yeah, you run over and do that.
Cut the rope. Can I do that and then shoot my bow at them?
Yeah, go ahead and ready your bow. Yeah.
No?
Okay, rope is
I
cut.
thought of a better idea, but it's kind of meta.
Wait a
It's
second.
metal.
Oh, it's like, that sounds like.
That's metal AF.
It's like, all right, all aboard now.
Who's that new guy?
Okay, he goes.
No time. No
It's,
time.
the ship starts going this way above you guys. Okay. Yeah, did you want to fire your bow at him?
Crazy
Is
ponage.
it- is it-
Liberal.
There you go.
Libtard wreck.
What is
by
this?
bench.
Libtard wreck by bench.
Okay, it's probably about 45 feet.
I get my
across.
longbow out too.
Let's say it's even 50 feet across.
Why you gonna round up?
Why you gotta round up on me, bro?
I got
Give him a short bow. He has a long bow. Let.
I
have a longbow.
Evil. How do we know they're bad? Do we know they're bad?
They have a
Well,
war cry.
they're freaking gifts who.
They
just
did
tried-
shoot a ballista.
Yeah, and those
to
four
hit your
gifts
ship.
tried
Yeah.
to kill me, Edwin, and Aussie over here.
Those 4 gifts?
They don't know that though, really.
No,
I mean,
this
unless you
ship is
guys
bad.
Wait,
Kill them all.
Don't know
I'm gonna
why.
shoot them with my longbow.
You don't kill them.
He doesn't
Sorry,
know that
you don't know
they were under
Okay,
attack.
I'm gonna murder their asses.
No.
You're gonna shoot up at them?
Take my short bow, and I rolled a hit.
You
Where's
missed.
the other is? Yeah, view all 14 plus
13.
You rolled a 3, I saw that.
14 plus 5.
There's a 1 in front of it.
So 19.
19?
You rolled
Okay, yeah.
19.
You're able to hit one of them. Okay, which one were you aiming at?
I was aiming at
Logan.
the one who shot the ballistic.
So
That would be.
everything but the white.
I'd like to go for the black one.
That's
The black one.
That's the dwarf! Okay, you aim at the green one. You deal. How much damage was that?
One
Just you.
Roll, boy.
1d6
No, but
plus
roll
5.
it.
I played in the game with
1d6
cards.
plus 5.
Because I'm skilled
Wait, what the heck?
at
Oh.
cards.
Trick them into thinking this is just a game. Then walk away.
I convinced him that this reality is just an illusion.
That's not.
Plus 5.
Whoa,
is my
You're not
damage.
all winners, folks.
This is weird.
No, mine's a 1d6.
Ah,
That's my damage.
yeah. But you rolled a 5, which is good.
5 plus 5.
5 plus 5?
That
10.
is
10 damage.
That would be 5 plus 5. 10.
I think it's 10.
roll to get it right.
Roll for knowledge.
10.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm glad you're rolling again. Okay, you go.
Do you roll?
You sling your bow, Connor. You pull it back and you fire. the arrow sails across, and actually it goes in and it hits your target. It hits him in the arm. He pulls
Why
back.
is it always the arm?
Because you know, if you hit him in the head, he'd probably be dead.
Shoot, that's a good point.
So you go, hits him in the arm. He goes and hits him. He rolls off from the ballista. He goes and snaps it off.
the boat.
Oh no! He goes, falls off from the ballista, and kind of lands on the ground there where he's struggling to get up. Snaps off the arrow.
I try again.
Can I jump up now?
Yeah, go ahead and roll
Sick.
that.
Alright, so I did. I rolled a 20.
I am the Senate.
Wait, no, not the Senate. What? Here it is. Wait for it. Ah, it didn't give the sound. His when he's jumping at Darth Maul.
Alright, very nice. You jump, and you go, and you reach that, and you grab
I
on.
am the
Okay,
Senate.
you roll the 20, so you can grab some
He's grabbed on, and he's latched on very nice. You begin to
And
pull
then
your
I
jump
jump all
up.
the way up.
Enraged by the fact that you were not able to do so before. What's season are you in?
Summer.
It's time to change.
Great, roll it again.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say.
And summer again.
Cool, you're still in summer.
Okay.
Okay, so you're pulling him up?
No, he just climbed
Oh,
it.
you're just climbing
Yeah,
up.
I mean,
I mean, he can stop at the ledge for rest, but I'm going up.
Did you tie another knot? Or no, you
No,
didn't.
no.
You just need the one.
no,
Yeah,
you
we
just
needed the one.
you just
Yeah,
jump.
originally.
No,
What?
summer
He
is.
just
Winter
jumped.
is depression.
Can I?
Winter's
He's
when I
just
get
going up, so
all
he might go all the way to the top if
Seasonal.
20 gets him
Are
there.
you gonna go on the top again? Or
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going
Okay.
up.
So, yeah, with all four of them, they'll be able to do that.
Very
Okay, so go ahead and roll. Strength.
confrontation.
Robust.
Yes. 18.
18? Alright, you're able to go.
Yes.
You both of you end up climbing all the way to the top.
That's right.
You get
Yes.
there first.
About time. Robust.
Yeah.
Nice.
5
I know, it was
Okay.
good.
Dang.
By that time, the other ships.
Cards gets immunity card.
Oh.
Let's run this way.
Okay, we're both up top. Let's get to the ship. We're all up
That
top
game
now.
doesn't exist here.
The ship is.
I run ahead because my
That
speed
ship
is
is
40.
sailed.
Boy! Drop
My
another
speed is
rope.
30.
What?
Drop another rope!
Okay. I drop another
He does
rope.
it.
Speed. What's your speed?
Okay, do you have a
My
rope one?
speed is 30.
Yeah.
I can run pretty fast.
Yeah, 50 feet.
As an elf.
You tie it onto anything?
Alright, I don't know.
Okay,
I mean,
Isaac,
is
move
there
us to
like
the ship.
fences on the ship, or is it just flat?
We're just
Isaac,
running.
Just
put
this
us
railing
on
all the
ship
way
and
across.
See if he notices.
Is that really also like where I'm at right now? too?
Yes.
I tie it onto that.
Okay, well, hopefully you
He
guys
has
all get
noticed.
on there.
Dang it.
Okay.
Anyway, we all need a roll for that.
Yeah, you're all gonna have to roll, definitely.
So close.
Okay, let's pretend
We
that
all-
this is over
we all
here.
did it.
This
Yeah,
does it
run
better.
pretty good.
Okay, you're over here.
Run really good.
That's your next roll.
Alright, so
That's what you use.
roll for survival, Connor, to tie it on.
Oh god. Oh,
Survival.
It's okay, do we have +1?
Survival.
Oh,
Survival.
geez, plus one. 4 plus 1.
4 plus 1?
That's 5. That's
Okay, you tie that onto the side there, and then you throw the rope over the side. Okay, at that same time, this pirate ship is come across. We're pretending like this is the asteroid now. We can go ahead and pretend like that's not there, because this is the whole.
This one's way cooler.
Okay.
No,
it's
no.
okay. It's okay.
Okay, you're fine. Okay, we come over here.
It's like I'm on the boat.
What?
Feel
Oh,
like-
yeah, get out of here. You're not on yet.
Dang it.
You're on. Okay, sorry. Okay, you're all down here.
Conor's like,
There's a rope.
Get on.
There's the rope. At that same time,
Can I attack the mast?
3 pirates
Nice.
swing down on ropes,
I know it's like.
drop onto the asteroid, and come running at you. Who's gonna climb up the rope, or what are y'all gonna do?
I'm
Are
not
they
going for
running
that rope.
Are they running in this?
Yes.
Oh,
That
I
rope is
turn.
not secure.
I go to the
No,
rope
breathe. Let's turn.
and I pull down.
Yeah, I'm turning with Edwin.
Yeah.
Here, I'd like
Okay.
to cast a spell
Go
on the
strength
people
check.
that are
So, okay.
running over here.
Guys, I have a plan.
8.
Here, I'll just.
Edwin.
You pull it, and you feel it slip a little bit. It
Okay.
doesn't fall.
Mother.
Why don't I just blind all
Edwin,
of them?
what's your plan? Hurry.
We rushed them. Blake
I'll
is
blind
behind.
them.
It's like a
I yell up at
football
Connor.
game.
Yes, let's go.
They're
Ready,
going.
set, go.
Hey.
All of us are going at it.
Whoa, jeez.
Connor, what's it?
Whoa.
Inside.
I'm ready though.
It's
Let's go.
Rakar.
I yell at Zach. The rope is slipping.
What do you do?
My problem.
Of your sex day.
I yank to pull it up.
That's what we're doing.
I pull the rope up. I don't know. The rope is slipping. Are you
You just
slipping?
hold on to the rope.
I
then you
yanked
straight
on the
check.
rope
Oh,
to see if
no.
it was secure and it slipped.
Oh, I
Hold on.
retie it.
Roll
What
another
do you
survival
use?
check.
Or
Are
I
you
tie it
gonna do a
around
strength check?
my waist.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah. And then lay down.
Tie it around my waist, yeah.
Okay.
You yell at him.
Strength
Lay
check.
down.
Oh,
What'd you get?
4 plus
2.
4 plus 2.
Great. Okay.
Why
So,
are we rolling
did you lay down or what did you do?
What spell can
You
you use?
I mean, like
Color spray.
I'll
I
put
can
my
blind,
legs through
Blind
creatures
them?
in a 15
Okay.
foot cone.
Okay,
with
blind
the around my
them.
Giving you guys
waist.
a
Dangle your
damage.
legs through the
Blind
legs.
them,
Okay.
and so then me and
Holding there, you wrap the rope around
From
yourself.
now on.
You're holding there. Ready! The rope moves across.
Pause this real
Right,
quick.
Isaac, do you try?
You know
We're
what
just
it's
gonna
from?
be a little quieter from now on.
It's from Monty Python and the
Just
Holy
no more
Grail.
yelling.
Gotcha.
But we can still.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Fantastic.
we're gonna go down the.
Yeah, did everybody hear that? Just no more yelling.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thanks.
this guy's gonna run up.
Thanks.
He runs at Ilian, right?
Can I cast a spell before this up?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so I will cast Color Spray.
It's rewind time.
It's rewind. How close is
Wait, guys, we can do anything we want.
Get close enough.
Are they within a 15 foot cone?
K-pop!
Would you say?
Yes.
Oh my god. That was what
Yeah.
a prime moment.
You know what this means right now? K-pop! Oh my god. Okay, what do you do?
Posse. He's
Are
there,
they in a
yes.
15 foot cone with me?
Yes.
Perfect. All 5 of them?
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
What?
There's
2
three
of them.
Alright,
3 of them.
3 of them. Perfect. Okay, so 10, 12, 21, 24, 32, 40,
What spell is this? Is this homebrew?
48. No, this is from the deck. So, this doesn't do any damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was like 42
Like-
damage.
No, so I,
Eliminates
You're
the
a
whole
third
crew.
level wizard. What is going
Yeah.
on?
Eliminates the whole crew.
no, okay, so dazzling ray of flashing colored light springs from my hand. So now, how much, so I have 48, so,
Is this radiant damage?
no, this isn't damage at all.
This is blind
So-
them for a while.
attack?
Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by the spell is blinded until the spell ends. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points.
Alright. So they're all blinded, right?
Are they all blinded? Do they have that little hit points? Because 48 isn't a lot.
Yeah, all of them have less than 48.
Together?
Oh, combined? No.
Yeah, so it goes from one to the next to the next.
Okay.
And you subtract the total
For hit points?
from the hit.
Okay, so it hits these two then.
Okay.
This one kind of goes. You reach out your hand. This amass ray.
Oh, a creature's hit points must be equal to or less than the remaining total for the creature to be affected.
Oh, it has to be equal to.
Equal to or less than.
Okay, so and then it affects this one.
Are we doing turns now?
Wait,
we
what?
will be, yes. So
What do you mean?
It would affect 2 of them.
No, yeah, it should still affect both of them. If this one has equal to or less than the amount that's still left over.
oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. So it affects these two.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So you go and you reach up your hand. This massive ray of light in all different colors comes spraying out into the air in almost this liquid form of just radiance. It goes and flies out almost like a rainbow. It could be a leprechaun on the other
That's
end.
the gayest thing.
Yeah, oh
Like a
man.
rainbow.
You cast and this light comes spraying out.
I don't know.
Everyone goes, "Whoa, you're too fabulous for us!" And your light
I don't
goes.
know if I
They
wanna
reach up their
ever
hands like,
Cast the spell again.
they go and they drop their light. I'm never using this spell again. They go and raise their hands over their eyes.
Walks out of the
These two stop dead in their path. This one raises his hand to kind of block
Until
the
the
shining
and
light.
that's where I go.
And he turns and he runs kind of your direction.
Let me look
Okay.
it up real quick. It's not
So wait,
saying
we're going him, her.
Are you for
You.
real?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill the yellow one.
Okay.
Because he's right in front
Roll
of
attack.
Good job, Bree.
me. 19.
19? Yeah, you hit. So roll your damage check. Come on.
Which is that a 9 or it's 9? Sorry, 9.
Are you doing 1d10?
Mm-hmm.
How is that possible?
The yellow one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you go. Are you using a shield?
Oh.
Shield raises your
hold on.
AC, but it doesn't.
Okay, so these guys won't be blinded after. I start
Yeah.
my
Did you use a D10 or a D8?
D10.
Okay, so then you didn't use the shield. Your shield's still on your back. You raise your longsword two-handed. You
Oh,
swing your
that's why
longsword
it's D10.
hand.
I have the same
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
you switch.
I was like,
Yeah.
TF.
So you bring it down, two hands, down across. It slashes him from neck down to rib, across his chest. He's wearing this kind of light foil armor that just seems to crunch beneath the weight of your blow. Aluminum foil armor with his little tin cap. He goes and it spins him across the ground. He goes and crashes, still reaching for his eyes, and he kind of like paws at his chest, and that blood starts to pool.
Oh yes.
So he's going and he's rolling around, I guess. He's laying there on the ground next to this other one. He stumbles into that one. He kind of stops dead in his path. He's kind of just.
And when they're still blinded, they're blinded until Blake's next turn. So
He's
we have
prone,
like good
that's good.
advantage right
He's
now.
prone. It's good. Okay.
Get them.
This one runs straight at you. You can. Yeah, go ahead and attack.
Alright. I
Do a good one.
I do a D2 1d10.
Sick.
If I roll it. 14.
14? No, that doesn't hit. Okay.
Mm.
He goes and attacks you.
Wait, did you roll a 14 or did you roll a 9?
What'd you roll? No, you rolled a 14. Okay, that would hit. You gotta roll 14, then you gotta add your attack bonus.
Oh, +5.
So 19.
Alright.
That doesn't hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Good
That was my fault.
Okay, roll
That was
your
my
attack
fault.
then.
Oof. 3 +5.
8.
8.
Okay,
Very good.
cool.
Very good.
Which one did you attack in? The white one?
Of course.
Of course. Excuse me, why would you do that? You damn.
I said 9, but I didn't add anything to it, did I?
You took a good
My-
I would have been full
Okay,
good
you
damage.
go. You bring your
What
longsword
is
around.
that,
Oops,
guys?
I need to look in.
What is
You go and you plunge,
Yeah, you do.
lunging at him. You go and you stab him
Like,
into the side. He goes and just bringing his sword down at the same time. He goes and just stopping his attack mid swing. Just he goes and stumbles back with your sword still inside of him.
that's right.
You pull forward. Okay.
Okay, I forgot to tell you, I rolled a 14. I forgot to add 5. So that
You
the
would've hit.
yellow guy.
Oh,
Oh, the damage. So he gets 5 more damage on him.
you rolled
I
a
rolled a
14
9.
total. Oh, you rolled a
And then I
9.
forgot to add the 5.
Okay, so what was your total then?
So the total was 14. So he takes 14 damage.
Okay.
Instead
Also-
of 9. That was my bad, I forgot.
Remember like 2 sessions ago? I also forgot to do that.
Now that one dude's like dead already.
Okay, so at this time, this guy. How long does that last? The blinding.
Until my next turn.
Okay,
So
so your
right
next
now.
turn. Okay, so this guy. These ones are still rolling around on the ground. He kind of goes. He stumbles off this way. He goes, hits a rock and trips and falls over. This guy is still just rolling,
Idiot.
pawing at his wound.
I'm waiting.
I
can't do a lot of
that
things.
shit, bro.
Shoot one of them.
Hey,
yeah,
Connor,
you can go ahead and
can I
go.
turn now? Okay, cool. I'm gonna shoot. Oh wait, the red and yellow are dead.
No, they're lying on the ground,
They're prone.
rolling
Can
around.
I use bond?
Range
again?
range means you take you get disadvantage. So like if they're laying down, it's harder for you to hit them.
Oh, okay. I'll
He's
go for
taking
the green
damage.
guy again.
Okay.
That's called range.
Cause he's the ballistic guy.
You get disadvantage.
9
Plus.
plus 5.
Okay, so you go and you sling your bow and you fire it across. Your arrow goes sailing through. It misses
Hits the
and
dude in the
passes him,
back.
sailing off in the distance. This guy over here, however,
kills this guy.
Shot.
he runs up.
Shot and a miss.
He has a crossbow that he slings up, points over here, aims it at Gregor. And the bolt goes.
Oh, Gregor.
You hear just kind of just
Gregor.
as it goes and slings and passes him by. He goes and takes another attack. He goes and lashes out his hand, sending 3 bolts through the air.
Who does?
Magic
That's it?
missile.
Captain, yes.
Finally, he does something.
Ratchet missile.
He's like Gandalf. He just like does one
Dude,
spell.
They're all gone.
One time
He goes and 3 bolts just kind of plummet through the air.
They're gonna be very powerful.
Of just this eldritch light. They go.
You have an intruder.
They go and hit
Is
this
that
guy.
Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, Eldritch
Yes.
Blast. It's called Black Blast.
It goes. It hits this guy 3 times just in the chest. He goes and flies back, lands on the deck where you can't really even see him.
Chocolate Thunder Blast.
It looks like Eldritch Blast.
Oh, I knew
Who's the
it.
captain?
Oh shoot, he's gotta be like level.
Level 5.
Sorry, magic missile. It looked like magic missile.
Oh, that's pretty weak then. That
That's
doesn't do
actually
lot
a
of
really good
damage.
spell.
Yeah, it's a great spell, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. Max
Okay.
you can do is
Um,
It's my turn.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Can I run and kick this guy in the head?
Yes.
Yes, I do that.
Okay, at this time, he's also... John is starting to climb the rope, by the way.
This time, I'm not just trying to knock him out. I'm
Okay.
kicking really hard. And I'm
Do
trying
it.
to kill him. Hey, that wasn't gonna be an 11.
I'm about to punch him in the
That
head.
was going to be.
It was
Can we
like
just
11.
You get a roll advantage.
On
He's
the ship?
Oh,
he's
awesome.
playing.
What is
Wait,
BB
I'm
11?
gonna
9 plus
not know
what?
today.
Sean and Roki. John's okay.
Dexterity?
Dexterity?
Ask
Okay,
Edwin.
just 13.
Edwin.
13?
John.
Okay, you go and you swing to
Yeah,
kick
he's
at him.
cool.
You go and you kind of...
Like he's in
Your
the
foot,
shape.
it's... You basically pull the Charlie
Oh
Brown.
god.
Where you go and you just
No,
kind of
just
miss
he's
him. You're
a
like,
little
ah!
shooting head.
Shoot. And you miss.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
Dang it. Can I use my bonus action
Yep.
to slash down at him?
Okay, using my bonus action. Sure.
Awesome. Okay.
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 Plus.
15. Plus 5.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll twice because you get advantage.
Oh, awesome.
All of a sudden.
Nice.
Okay, you hit with that one. Okay, you go and you swing your sickle down. You go and you slice at him and you slice at his neck. That would make sense. The red one or the yellow one?
Red one. That's the guy.
Okay, roll damage for your sickle.
Finish him.
Ah,
No, it's bad for me.
Where's before?
I don't like candy corn.
Really? I
Yeah.
love candy corn.
Yeah, here. ask-
Two.
Oh,
7.
7 total.
7 total.
Okay.
Leather and leather.
You know, when you swing your sickle down, he kind of twists away from you just as you're about to slice through his neck. It goes and slashes across his face, catching on his bone. You hear this sharp twang and bone crunches, and it's kind of imploding his eye socket. One of his eyes bulges, and he twists. Rolls against this rock, and this dwarf is now John. Connor, you notice your old friend and you recognize him, despite him aging some time. You look down and see your dwarf friend John as he
Wait, the
starts
boy?
climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boy, he grew up.
He grew up.
Wait,
He's
No,
about
yeah.
18, he's about 18 now.
He didn't
The
get
boy that I
taller,
saved
but
at
he's
the
old.
beginning?
No, he's different. Sorry.
Right.
And
Oh wait.
Dwarf.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Yeah,
That's
you.
good.
Yeah, he's on deck, under deck. No one like talked to
It's
him
the
or
dwarf boy
found him
from
or
the
John.
crawl back under deck. Okay, so
Wait, so he's not the same boy that I saved in the
no,
beginning?
different person altogether.
I thought
That guy's that child is still on deck.
Oh, okay.
Oh
But-
shoot! I forgot.
I forgot about the kid.
Yeah,
like
he
someone's
started
like,
pitching.
Leave this kid
saying,
unattended.
No,
Nope, not that. Okay,
So wait, you want to pull John up?
friend.
Pull
okay.
John up.
Yeah.
John goes. He starts to climb. He kind of. He only gets about 5 feet up.
Then I'll help him.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for strength.
Good luck.
Oh, nice.
Not bad. eh?
19.
Okay, you were able to pull him up another 10 feet. So I'd say this itself is only about. Let's say it's only about 20 feet off the ground. Yeah. Oh wait, sorry. You have a mast in the way. Yeah. So this is probably about 35 feet off the ground. Okay. So you get him about 15 feet up. Okay. So.
Can the ship be at an angle like this?
It's like the whirlpool scene in the.
You could say that. Okay.
Is it my
Now
turn
it's
again?
going to go back to you.
It's
Yes.
definitely my turn.
No,
nice
it's
try.
not.
I went
I'll
first.
skip my turn.
No, we didn't.
We've been going around in a
Sleep
circle.
on me.
Okay. Go.
We will.
You don't get to play.
Can I catch all three of them in a 15-foot cone?
You and your cum.
That's how most of my attacks are.
Okay, if you're gonna hit him, you're gonna also hit. What's his face?
Anwin?
Enwin.
Yeah, and
Or Anwin? Anwin, can you back up real quick?
no, it's not his turn. You can yell that, and he can do that on his turn. But
Alright, yeah, I yell that
Okay.
as I'm casting.
Well,
the
it's not.
spell.
It's not gonna hurt him.
That's a good point. Friendly fire is turned off.
Auto save is turned off.
what is this one?
Alright.
Make sure you can hit that
I
white guy
sidestep.
because
So-
that white guy is right in
So
front
this
of him.
one, as you hold your hands and thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin
Like-
sheet of flame shoots forth from your outstretched fingertips.
Like this.
Go for the white guy.
You Doctor Strange them.
I watched that last night actually.
Really? I
Yeah.
like that one.
I crab to the right.
You hate that movie.
Crab it.
What? No, I love Doctor Strange.
Okay, you.
He really doesn't like it.
Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. You must beat 14.
Fort.
Fortnite. You must beat Fortnite.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one does not beat it. These two beat it.
Damn.
Okay. So you hit the guy immediately in front of you.
Or half as much damage on a 6-4. Nice. So I'll still hit all three of them.
Don't worry, I'm
How are you supposed to evade a 15-foot cone of fire? So shut up, Isaac. So that one gets 8.
The other one gets flamed.
That's it. So 8. The other one gets. That one gets 4.
That's a gamer win.
That one gets 2.
8-4-2.
8-4-2.
Dude, that's kind of close.
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. You go, it's fire, right?
Yeah, it's fire.
It's your scorch thing.
What?
I'm sorry. What was it called?
This is called
No.
Burning Hand.
Oh, okay. So you go and you do your symbols, and that rays of heat kind of emit from your hands. They ripple through the air, and these people just recently rubbing their eyes free of being blind, instantly become engulfed in this great heat. They feel like they're boiling on the inside, and they start to squirm in their skin. This guy up here goes and he falls to his knees, just rolling around. He never gets up off the ground because he's been rolling
Which
around. The one that.
Oh, both of them?
The red one there.
Oh, it's just
Just the red one.
Okay.
He goes, he's rolling around, just.
And then he dies.
Yeah, no, he's still alive, but he's just rolling around in the
Dang
dirt. There's
Okay.
this
That's
guy here. He goes and he takes it and he just starts kicking and starts beating at himself. He goes and pulls up a sword and then
I'm sorry.
pulls up his sword
Christian started slightly laughing.
That was you.
and
That was
run
me. I'm
towards
Remember when you saw him?
Enwin.
That was you.
Okay, it is now
Yeah. I'm just-
Enwin's turn.
Is that white dude still alive?
Is it you?
What?
Yeah, I only did 2
Ellie,
damage.
is it my turn?
There's no way that would.
Ellie, sorry. Enwin,
let
sorry.
me
Enwin's
go
like
for
a
this.
female name, sorry.
It sounds like your
Let
real
me
name.
go for that yellow dude right
Win.
there.
The yellow dude? Right,
Yeah.
go for it.
That's
Roll the hit.
I win.
All I do is win.
Oh my god.
Oh, I got
I'm gonna go.
11.
11? I'm sorry, that just. You go and you swing at him.
Dang
And he
it.
swings back at you. You swing and he misses, and he kind of goes. He runs up towards you and swings down his sword,
So I slow
doing 3 damage to
Okay.
you. So you just kind of barely. You turn mostly out of the way. However, it kind of catches like your forearm, denting in your armor. It doesn't even break the armor.
So, hey, do you have a
Oh,
marker?
never mind.
Wait, no. So just write your subtract whatever he.
For hit point max.
Yeah. So write
Okay.
3d8.
It is now Connor's turn. You're gonna try to pull him up some more.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Every time. 6 plus 2.
Okay.
You're
You're able to kind of struggle to pull him up. You pull him up only about 2 feet. He's gonna. We're just gonna do that now. He's a slow climber as well, as he makes himself up another probably around altogether. You guys make him up another 5 feet, so he's about 20 feet up the 35-foot rope.
50 more people to go.
Okay.
Alright, I'm doing a lot for you.
Meanwhile, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna kill this dude.
Do it.
Kill the white guy.
I'm gonna kill this dude.
I got 16.
These dice are
16?
Plus.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nobody
Five.
done that.
That hits.
Oh, there's a cool.
I don't work as well as you can text me.
You know what, I'm gonna roll this dice.
No, you definitely took a 4. Sorry.
8 plus. Okay, 4 plus 5.
Okay, 9.
9.
Okay. 9 damage. Dang.
Gamer hit.
It's your-
Okay, which guy was it? Was it the
White
white guy?
So, this will die.
Okay, you go. Well, stop looking at my sheet, please.
Come back.
You go, pull your sword up, and swing it around. You go and hack at his leg, bringing him to a knee as he goes and topples down onto the ground, going prone over here. Oh, yeah, he's prone. He goes and kind of turns and rolls, and you get him down to the ground. At the same time, however, you realize this person has come up. Another out on the stern, another out over here. Okay.
Will recording delete if the phone dies?
No, it won't delete. It'll just stop where it died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or when it dies.
So, you get about.
Oh, it's not plugged in. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to check?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, as you're doing that, you guys realize that there's another 2 people
It's
that
still
are coming
going.
out of deck. Okay. They crawl up on deck. One of them, this green guy here, he manages to make his way back to
What
the
are the black
ballista.
dots? I'm sorry.
These are other people, other pirates.
Oh, good. There's
God.
more.
Thank
Yes.
God, kill them.
Okay.
I mean, not kill the pirates, but kill the people that have been
Okay.
trying to
So
kill us.
each of them with crossbows look down at you guys. This one's going to shoot at Enwin,
Okay.
Elian. Natural 20.
Wait,
Sorry.
isn't that's N1?
Oh,
Oh, Enwin. No, that one is Enwin. I'm gonna get you guys mixed up the entire time.
Because he has
I'm
wings.
gonna fix it eventually. Yes.
Oh yeah, because
Enwin. Elian.
I can fix my name.
N1 and Elliot.
No, it's fine. I'll
N1 and
figure it
Elliot.
out.
N1
Okay. Enwin and Elian. Okay.
We're brothers.
oh.
You take. Sorry.
You take.
Okay.
You take.
15 damage.
You take.
There's a crossbow bolt. He slings it, fires it down at you. Actually, it's a 2-hit. Fires his
Right in
crossbow.
the
The
heart.
bolt goes down,
But
wings you right into the shoulder,
Snakes.
pulls you back into the ground.
whoa.
You're toppled backwards.
Already.
What's your HP at now? Okay. All right. And this one goes and he fires at this boy.
I dodge.
No,
Actually,
do you actually?
patient defense. You can spend 1 key point to take the
I will
dodge
kill you,
action as a
but
bonus
I
action on your
can't.
turn.
I'm at 12 health.
Okay.
Oh, you're fine. I'm at 10.
What's
Okay.
your
It's not your turn.
Who just
So that would have killed me.
N1.
Oh yeah. So it will be your turn.
will be my turn.
Is it my
Because
turn?
Okay, I'll let you go. But what's your dodge at? What are you gonna do for it? Do you have to roll
Against
against
the
it?
dodge.
Dexterity.
Is it my turn?
I just spend
No,
a
you
key
just
point.
went.
So I guess
Oh, how many key points do you have per
Round.
turn?
I have 3 key points that I can use before I have to take a long rest to replenish
Okay.
them.
So do you just straight up dodge it, or
It didn't say.
I'm pretty sure I think that's how. You're the monk, right?
What
Uh-huh.
is this for?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just expends it and he can't use that until the long rest, but it just instantly does it. Whatever it is.
It's like magic.
it's like magic?
It's like
Okay.
magic.
We'll let it happen because I rolled really low anyways. You would have missed it. So you go. You're able to kind of duck to the side. You do a cute little roll.
Like
Pop
this.
up over here.
It's cute.
It's cute.
No, it was cute, Isaac.
Okay.
Not cool.
It's that cute.
Okay. It is now your turn. You get to take an action.
Were you pointing at me?
Yes, you.
Okay, good.
Couldn't be.
I hope I didn't roll too far because I want to go at this guy.
Yeah, you can do that.
Where's my signal? Is he laying on his back? Is it
Yeah,
his side?
on his back.
Okay. I'm gonna lunge at him and slice. Like, where am I? If this is him.
Oh, so you can use the dodge action
that's
as
the
a
regular
bonus
thing.
action.
I know, but like, I don't know why I did.
Isaac.
What?
I just want to slice down
I'm
like
grateful.
towards
It's
the
actually
straight of his body,
Okay.
so I can't miss.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Wait
I'm
a
gonna make
second.
this easy.
So Isaac, your dodge action.
17.
Okay.
Isaac, you use
Yeah,
your
you
dodge
definitely hit.
action.
20 something.
You hit.
Your dodge is a bonus action on your turn.
Key.
When you use your key. It doesn't say you have to roll
Just
for
checking
anything.
on it.
See, I didn't think it said I had to roll.
Yeah.
At least I
just
didn't
kind
write
of
that down.
happens.
I know.
Serious?
But it's using a key point.
Yeah, it's alright.
1d4. Ooh, nice. 9.
9? Okay, yeah. You go and you slice down into him.
It's the longest battle.
Can I slice him completely in half? Like a banana?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, you
You cut down at him, you end up slicing his artery and it just starts spurting.
Isaac, you
He
had
goes ripping at his neck.
That was pretty cool.
Just starts
All because you decided to stay in the
Isaac,
damn
you can
ship.
use
Yeah.
another key point and do flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
Make
Okay,
it
yeah.
happen.
Weapons
2
suck.
unarmed strikes is a bonus action.
Yeah, once you get higher and higher.
Do it.
And you guys need to
Do the other guy.
At this time,
Jump over to the next one.
Because I think it's right.
at this time, the guy with the ballista goes. He kind of whips and turns it around,
And that way.
and he fires it here at the ship.
What did you do? I'm gonna kill you now.
Natural 20.
Awesome.
So, like, what
Freaking
value
shit.
do you
He goes and he launches a ballista bolt into the
Not
ship,
the healer.
making a long rope
Against strikes.
from here to here.
Healing hamstring.
Look at my stealth.
Oh shoot.
And this is like 30 feet above, 35 feet above us.
Yeah, 35 feet above you.
Why?
So is it's my turn now then?
Plus 7.
Or
Yes.
is it?
Well, that's.
Or is it?
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay.
At this time, however,
I yell at Blake.
Some
burn
start-
the rope.
I'm gonna try.
someone starts
Let's
reaching out to the rope
get
and they
on
start
the boat
climbing
and
it,
go
kind of like
away.
monkeys.
Alright, I got this.
Monkeys. I like
Like
the
monkeys. Monkey climb.
So how come we didn't see these dudes before?
Man,
They were
these
below
Geth
deck.
are just so much like monkeys.
Could
I
we,
picture them as like Planet of the Apes. That's
Yeah,
kind of what
could
they
we
look
get
like.
on
to
the
me.
ship and steer away and shoot them as
Climb
monkeys?
across rope.
Who's next? Can I?
Alright, yeah, you guys get on, and I can hold them back for a short while.
Yeah, can we just get on the ship and go away?
Just like.
Alright,
Because
so
we're just fighting these people.
as they're thinking about doing that, I would still like to do my turn. I would like to cast magic missile, 1 on the rope, 2 on this guy.
Roll it.
As can I walk while he's
Gotta watch.
So the first one,
Did you say that? Yeah.
14.
Hit.
Okay, sweet. Oh god, 6.
Miss.
Well, that's too bad. How about 19? Blammo. Alright,
Yes.
probably never miss.
You say 2 on the rope?
1 on the rope, 2 on the guy.
Okay.
So that is 2 damage for the guy.
Get throw back.
And 2. Wait. What is that? Oh, that is a 1. Yeah, so 2 damage for both hits.
For both? Okay. Which guy were you hitting?
Oh, in the back.
I hit
really.
him and the rope. So I rolled rope. Nothing.
Can we all get on the ship
Got
and just sail away?
I feel like that's a good option.
Okay, you go. You shoot these bolts of just magic, pure magic. Just goes, launches from your hand. They kind of
Eldritch
whistle and spin through the air, almost like a firework. They go. One of them hits over here and hits the rope. It sizzles. The whole rope is this longer cord than a rope. It hits it. It singes it. It's still intact, however, and the guy continues to climb.
Are you what?
Guys, I tried.
And,
Magic missile isn't powerful. I
you
can
go.
use the scorching ray.
And you hit over here.
Scorching ray.
This guy, and it kind of goes and hits him, and he kind of knocks him back from the railing, and he steps kind of back.
Wow, these guys are like.
Wait, was he not the one controlling the ballista?
Can everyone move to the ship
Dang.
and get on it? I'm gonna kill that black guy.
That's racist.
Okay. It is now.
Connie, you're still up here.
Sorry, it's this guy's turn.
Dang it. Okay, I thought it was my turn.
This man, this Gith,
Pink
walks to
Conner
the edge of
Well,
the
he's still
ship.
got a pole
He
up.
goes, and his walking is kind of this heavy, just. He goes,
John.
Greco!
Oh,
There goes you.
That's not your name.
That's not his name.
well,
Greco, what the?
Greco! I thought that was you!
did you just say gecko?
That is
I
speak.
want
Just
to
to-
actually
I thought that was
see
you.
what's
Keep
in
going.
names.
He pulls across this guy. He goes, Sharuk,
They're fine.
get on the ship! He yells at you. Get on the ship! He's like, oh, come on, old friend! He shouts across and raises his silver sword high into the air. I thought we'd have a fair duel this time. He goes, I don't think so. I think we have other places to be. He goes and pulls the ship aside, and the whole thing starts to rotate. The whole cord's pulling taut. It's not breaking. It's actually pulling and towing the other ship with
Can
it.
I just,
Okay, what do y'all do?
I'm gonna cut the rope and run for the ship.
Can I continue to pull this idiot up?
Yeah. Roll for strength.
Can you just pull him up?
I'm just gonna cut the rope. And
I'm anime ready.
Please, 20. Okay,
This
13
ship
plus 2.
looks. This
13
ship
plus
is
2.
basically the same as our ship. Like it has a
It's a-
mast on the
It's a little bit smaller, but yes, it has a mast on the bottom.
How far is the tip of the mast?
Oh god, I see.
Not very far.
Not very far.
The tip of the mast is probably only like 7 feet. Probably for both of your ships, actually.
Oh, okay.
Very similar.
Interesting.
Actually, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Whose turn is it?
My
Um,
turn.
I
How
got
many cut the
13
rope?
plus
Wait.
2. 13
It
plus
is
2.
It's free
I got
strength.
13
13 plus 2. Okay, yeah, you're able to like
20.
pull him
Oh,
up and along with his.
nice. You definitely cut the rope.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
By that time, you're able to pull him up. John gets up top. He's like,
One.
all right, come on, let's go.
From
This
there.
one? How are you cutting this rope?
With my sword.
You jump 30 feet in the air.
I rolled a 20.
Alright.
Yes, she does.
One number for
She
each
jumped
foot
in the
you
air.
jump in the air.
Okay, it's 35 feet up. You can't jump that high in the air.
Dang it.
She
What are you
jumps
trying to do
higher
to
than
get
usual.
it?
It was like.
I don't know. I
That's
boosted
the
my
question.
shield.
Huh?
I boosted my shield. You
Yeah,
jump
did
on
that
my shield.
happen? Because I have a 20. Or I could just kill this yellow guy.
Okay, you had an independent action that you were trying to do before. that you rolled a 20 on. 20s are great, but you have to tell me what your action was.
My
before.
action was to cut the rope.
Okay, so how are you? Were you planning on doing that?
I was
Jump
planning
onto
on
the boat and
honestly
then jump
jumping,
up.
but I didn't know it was 30. I thought it was right.
Are you gonna throw your sword?
Will I catch it? Because with a 20, yes I will. So I'm going to throw my sword.
Okay.
Oh, good.
You know, you spin your sword around.
Boomerang.
You launch it up. It spins. Cuts the road, splits in half. This guy here, he goes like,
And he falls down the hole. Ah. Good thing that wasn't me.
Spins around for a while.
lands right here. You kind of just step aside as this guy lands and falls and breaks his neck right in front of you.
Oh, perfect.
He's dead.
The rope goes limp, and it
Teabag.
goes into
And he goes
swings down.
We teabag real quick and then
No, he hates
Okay.
Okay, run for the ship. Run
Your
for the
ship is drifting away.
Okay, I'm running for the ship.
I run for the ship as well.
I run for the ship, but I'm really fast. I run for the ship.
We're all going for the ship.
I'm really fast.
Okay.
I'm on the ship, so
I put rocket boots
I
on.
get the ship and get this.
I start flying.
And when you like carry me on the ship, you can roll straight.
Why?
Because it's 35 feet in the air. We forgot about that. Connor is still pulling up the dwarf.
No,
He got the dwarf
no,
up.
no.
Oh,
John is
thank
up.
God.
I'm sprinting towards the
You have
mast
wings.
to
Sound like-
jump and hug it.
Okay,
Is there a
somebody
ladder on the mast?
somebody strong should go first.
Yeah,
then
there's,
we
a,
can help
there's not a
Connor.
ladder,
Strong.
but
Which
well,
one of
there's
you is
those kind of
strong?
rat lines.
Okay.
Are you stronger?
I'm
What's
way
your-
I have
short
plus
from
5
the
strength.
Plus
mast.
5 strength.
Oh, I'm plus 3.
Did I
Okay.
kill this
Christian
guy?
should go up first and help Connor pull up more people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
That way it's
That's what I
easier.
thought.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
jump
he's
up.
almost dead. He kind of like, he started spurting out blood, and you were reaching at it, or he was reaching at his artery that was kind of spurting.
It's basically.
And
He's
I'm
basically.
go.
Okay, what'd you do?
I'm jumping up because I'm
Are you gonna fly?
strongest. Yes.
Okay.
The
You go, and your ethereal wings launch out of your back,
Same.
and you take flight up into the air, and go and land easily up on the deck.
Actually, I lay next to Connor.
You land next to Connor.
Actually.
I don't
This
fall.
is crazy.
Okay, so
I start helping people too.
who's running? Who's running?
I'm
next
running. We're all
towards-
running.
I'm
Okay,
running.
You're
towards
next
the mast.
in line.
Bree
so-
should Bree should be next.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Isaac.
Oh, you're
and then
next.
I'll go last.
Okay.
And you
Is
guys
So-
the
just
rope
like
cut?
Roll dexterity.
wake me up.
Also, you're dodging arrows as they're coming at you. Ooh, thank goodness. You missed.
Dexterity.
jeez.
He critically failed.
Critical
I got
fail.
11.
11?
Dexterity.
Okay. Versus. Okay. All total 11.
Yeah.
Okay. The boat is shifting away from you. You're actually losing distance, or you're
I'm losing.
the distance is getting greater between you and the
Okay.
ship.
There we go.
As you're running towards it, it's moving away farther than you can run towards
Okay.
it.
Cape is fine.
However, an arrow goes and kind of skids off beside you and misses you. Okay. Meanwhile, who else is running? It's
Me.
sorry, Connor. You get an
Blake.
action now.
And I'm
Don't forget I've
sick.
got 40 speed.
I like to shoot my freaking
Wow,
dog
that is
at,
fast.
Dude,
Professor
fire
Mustard over there.
The captain or what?
Oh yeah, shoot him at the captain.
Oh.
See on the other
Yeah,
side.
sure, let's go for the captain.
Oh, it's the mustard guy. Oh, okay.
I guess
Captain.
you can do the captain.
Okay, you can go ahead. That's the blue one.
Okay, roll the hit.
These guys kind of pass in between the ship.
Natural 20.
7 plus 5.
7 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
12? Oh, okay. You go and you sling it an arrow, you go and fire. He goes and just sidesteps and lets it go past him. He's like, oh, you'll have to do better than that. He goes and pulls up from his side. He pulls up another big crossbow, a heavy crossbow.
Pulls a machine gun.
Pulls a machine. Pulls up a crossbow.
You're
And it goes,
Van Helsing.
undoes the safety latch.
Whoa,
Brings it
shoot.
open.
Careful,
And,
guys.
And then
Fires
it's my
it.
turn because that
Safety
took so
alarm.
long.
Yeah. But he fires it down across straight at you. Does a 17
Walk me.
Mm.
Hey, Connor.
17.
Connor.
Good thing we have Christian up there to also
Good,
hold the rope.
good.
I have strength.
Okay, 7 damage.
7 damage.
That's pretty good. I rolled really low for the damage.
Can I
Okay,
make
so an
attack
arrow
roll?
bolt, massive heavy bolt goes, flies at you.
Minus 7 damage.
Shoulder. Nope. Hits him in the stomach.
Ooh.
Goes right into the side of you, missing your internal organs as you can
I feel
judge,
like every
but it goes
skill hit
inside.
misses, like the important organ.
You know, like you die if it didn't, though.
Yeah,
right?
you
Can I make an attack while I'm running? Just kind of fling back a spell?
It's currently Isaac's turn now.
But
Yeah,
can
awesome.
I on
How
my turn?
close am I to the ship?
Yes. Well, you can dash and you can run. There's two different things. Like you can go your normal speed or you can dash, which it means you don't take an action.
Ah, I will run.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can't
Right.
take an action.
What do you want
How
to do?
close am I to the boat? Or to
Just-
the
20,000
You're probably about 25 feet away.
Okay.
You would easily make it with your speed.
Yeah, I'm still running to the mast, and I'm gonna jump to catch it. I guess it's not very far off the ground, still, right?
No, because of the rocky terrain, I'll say if you roll good athletics, you could probably use the terrain to make it.
Cool.
That's oh shoot, this boat's so much cooler than I've ever used it as.
11 athletics.
Okay, I'll let you do it. You go and you run at it. You end up using a boulder that you jump off of in order to go run up and catch one of the rat lines underneath the ship. You're able to pull yourself up on board or onto like.
Isaac.
Oh,
Dang.
I pull myself up 30 feet.
No, okay, so you're on the ship underneath it on that mast. Okay,
Wow,
so
Isaac,
just
how did you
imagine
get
that.
so high?
You're below. Imagine this inverted. Okay, go to Blake's turn.
Alright, so
Inverted? So he's down below.
Yes.
And
okay, so I'm still running, but I'd like to also cast this quick little spell.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt on the. Which guy's attack?
The
Which guy's
blue.
been shooting stuff at us?
Ballista, he shot one.
Captain.
He shot one.
They all.
Oh,
They
so
all
they're
they all
all
have
shooting.
arrows.
Go for
yeah.
the
Oh,
captain, the
good.
blue guy.
Alright, yeah, so I'll go with the captain.
Yeah,
I'll
maybe.
aim right at him with
What are
my
you
Witch
shooting?
Bolt.
Hit a 20.
Which bolt?
So
Come on, roll
that
20.
is
Is a 1.
does a 7 hit?
No.
So I shoot this thing and it does fuck off.
Okay.
All right, you go and you shoot, and this bolt of just chaotic red line energy just kind of ripples out of you, almost like lightning. Just chaotic
Kinda like
control. It ripples out of you, and just kind of just ripples off into the atmosphere. It goes out of his direction.
Good.
This
That's great.
person up
Change
here
the
shoots
atmosphere.
down. Or sorry, this one hasn't gone in a while. Shoots down at you.
Okay.
Crossbow. Does a 8, 9, 10 hit?
No.
Okay.
Nice.
He goes and a bolt fires, and it hits the ground and kind of skids off and down.
See you
Side
later.
ricochet. What were you trying to run towards the ship?
Yes, I'm still running towards the ship.
Okay. So you make it pretty close. Okay. Let's go. Is now.
Oh, how
The-
close am I to the ship? If I jumped, would I be in range of 30 feet to teleport on top of the ship?
The ship itself. To get onto the lower mast, you probably could, but to get onto the on deck of the ship, that's
I'll
35
teleport
feet
to the
up.
lower mast then.
Okay. Then you can do that.
I'll catch you.
Can you do that though? I thought you hadn't used it, or you used it once.
Oh yeah, I did. I
You
used
were
it to go
dead,
down.
and you-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is
That doesn't
considered- is that
Being
considered
dead does
short
not
rest?
count as a rest.
That
Not
was a
dead. He was
real
unconscious.
short rest.
It's a real short
Oh,
rest.
If you died, like, would you feel rested when you wake up?
It depends on how you died.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
It's time to
meanwhile,
find
this-
out.
okay. It is your
This
turn.
week on
Okay, I'm
Mythbusters.
running.
He's having
Okay,
real-
you're running.
And
You're
then
running.
can somebody who's strong throw me a rope? And
Yeah,
then-
there's already a rope dangling there.
Cool. I jump on the rope.
And I pull the rope
Go
up.
roll a strength check. Yeah, there's the three. There's John.
Nice.
And Zach.
That's a good roll.
22.
22.
Hey,
Nice. All right, you go and you latch onto that rope and you're able to pull yourself up a good 10 feet. That's all up to us. Let's all roll
15.
strength. 18. Hunter, go ahead and roll strength.
15 plus 5.
Is there a
20.
pyromancy
Wait.
school that I should?
I
That's
think.
all right. We made up for it. Okay, we were able to go.
But anyone is pulling me up.
Yeah, the three of us are because we're on a rope.
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
Jean when I say I.
Oh, perfect.
You know, and with all of us together, you are just kind of launched up, and in that turn, you're able to go.
You throw her over the
Land
boat
up top.
and she goes that side.
Oh no.
You're the last one running down there. At this time, the ballista goes and fires again.
Blake.
Ooh, it actually misses.
All
So the
bliss.
ballista goes, fires
All
across,
bliss.
misses past the mast, and
Very
this rope lays across, this long cord lays across here.
No.
Across the ship. Okay. What do y'all do?
No.
I have to.
Better.
Okay.
What?
So it is currently Enwin's turn. So, sorry, Elian's turn.
Ellie.
Oh,
Ellie?
Ellie's turn.
Can I tell what the
Um,
rope? Can I see the rope hanging from the other side?
With
Does
the
anybody
rope
It
have-
kind
attached,
of launches
the rope
off in this
attached?
direction. And then
Does
it starts
anybody
to
have
go
mage
down.
hand
So
to where
it
they
hasn't
can
gone to
grab
that.
me?
Okay. Fine.
Go push it, Blake.
I have a javelin.
I'm sorry.
And they just shot a rope across, right?
Yes.
Somebody should cut that.
Can
So
I?
you're down below. Oh wait, no, you
No,
climbed
yeah.
up. You
Can
climbed
I
up.
cut it? Because it's right there.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cool. I
It's still like going in that direction.
So I just like
it's still
shave
coming
at it.
Yeah. Can I just cut it?
Alright.
Okay.
From
So go
where
ahead
I
and roll
am.
the hit.
I shave while I'm down.
To hit, to an
Yeah,
attack,
another-
it'd be 18.
18. Yes, you definitely hit. Roll damage.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
5. Was it 10?
Okay, yeah. You just go and you swing your sword down. It kind of skids and makes this strange kind of and just snaps and the rest of the rope kind of skids off. This bit here, it pulls taut and it falls off that side of the ship.
Perfect. Let's
Yeah.
go, guys. Oh wait, Blake's on there.
Let's go, guys. See you, sucker.
No way!
Sorry, Blake. I
Sorry,
forgot.
we got a new party member.
Use a spell or something.
I can't.
Let's go.
I've used
let's
all
go.
of my spell slots.
You hear Greco shouting, "Let's go! Get him on board!"
Alright,
Okay,
I'd like to use dash as my
Okay.
act.
Okay,
as a
dashing means
threat.
you can't take another action.
That's okay. I'd like to dash and try to grab onto the rope
I
That'd be
throw
another
you
action.
another rope.
Yeah. You just
Am I
run.
close
Roll
enough to
dexterity.
just
Just
run
run and grab him
get
and
the
Roll
rope?
dexterity
Oh,
and
God.
then roll a strength check.
Oh,
What'd you get?
7.
Oh
I spent a lot of sevens today.
So
no! Okay, so now you
I
didn't
roll
even
for
you didn't reach the
intimidation.
rope. Okay, the
Go.
ship is drifting away. You actually lose. You're gaining distance between it. Sorry, I keep using that wrong. So yeah, you're further away from it
All right.
than before.
I'm
These
gonna.
guys are gonna fire down at you.
I'll hope they miss because they suck.
One of them critically fails. He goes and kind of fires, hits the deck. It's like ah,
He shoots himself in the foot.
nearly shoots his foot. The other one goes 17 hit.
Foop.
Ooh, that one definitely does a hit.
12 damage.
Bye,
It's
Blake.
been nice, guys.
It's been nice knowing y'all. Okay, a crossbow bolt goes, hits
Please.
down into the mid of your back and just you go and you
No,
spread
no,
and
no,
go
no,
onto
no.
the ground.
Hold on.
You gotta get him, Edwin.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly down and grab him.
All right.
I appreciate this greatly.
And I'm gonna grab the rope so I
so
can't.
good.
Yes, I'm gonna fly down.
Can I be in?
Drag him and
Can
just grab the rope.
I want to
How
go
far
back
is
to
the
the
rope?
depressed
Okay, the
one.
rope is over here.
Or let's just
So,
keep rolling.
if you
Ooh,
are
wow,
still
that's a
holding
new
onto the
one.
rope,
I don't know what that
You
you
is.
get to
You
about
roll the 1.
the
Oh,
yeah,
no,
you,
when
you still hold on to the
Well,
rope
I'm alive.
when you get to him. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
got
go
him.
ahead and roll. Let's go roll strength. You are also under fire now. Okay. Does a 19 hit you?
No.
Yes, it does.
No.
Does a 25 hit? No.
Try it again. Could you stop? I see that map.
So the captain goes. He takes his crossbow out. He's like,
I have my shield.
I got ya where I want ya. And now we're gonna eat ya. He goes,
Oh, right.
fires his crossbow.
Shield!
Everyone can hear him.
Shield,
Just this
shield,
loud
shield.
clunk from his massive bow. He goes and fires out. He goes and you just see this kind of streak of a shadow when it hits you mid chest, twists you sideways. You feel your back pop and just you don't even feel the pain in the instant, but
The whole
all of
party
a sudden
guys here. Can we just restart this entire session?
Please, I don't want to lose my character.
you feel a pain inside you as just red starts trickling out. You blink a couple times before looking up and seeing the ship passing up overhead. Yeah, so what are y'all gonna do?
God.
You end up going unconscious.
You guys.
I can cure wounds, but I have to touch them, guys. What do we do?
I like to shoot my bow.
I like to shoot myself in the face with my bow.
Game
No.
over.
Logan, why do you roll so good?
Okay,
It's not my
I'm gonna
fault.
throw the rope. I have 4 50-foot ropes, so I'm gonna get another one out and throw it to catch one.
This is gonna take a little bit of a craft in order for you to tie all these knots.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Well, how far are
And
they
Oh,
right
it's
now?
Like, you
Teamwork.
have to grab the rope. And
Okay,
grab
now
Your
me.
point is the
Yeah.
ship still
35 feet
drifting
down.
away.
Yes.
Why is everything 35 feet?
Okay.
I dislike this.
We need to tell the guy to stop. I'm still on the deck, right?
It's kind of nice to make.
Hey.
Someone,
35
someone
feet
should
down.
grab the wheel
Captain.
and stop.
Like
Can we turn back for our
30
comrades?
feet across.
We need them.
We need to turn back.
You hear a whistle.
The Curus is more important.
We need to
What?
find a way to get them.
The Curus, what you guys are after, the artifact.
That's what it is called?
The Titan's Curus, yes.